everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Sorry I'm late. I made a now somewhat questionable decision to start a loaf of bread when I clearly did not have enough time with which to do that, but it's alright. The bread machine's got the bread now. We're here. We're dressed-ish. Big Fire, thank you very much for the 51-month resub. Good morning. Good morning. Also, Blue Cloud 37 with a 5-month resub. Thank you very much. Bread. It's just like a home-style white bread because that was the very first recipe in my bread machine bread recipes cookbook, and I figure I'm going to do my best to work through them sequentially unless I can come up with a really good reason why I want to skip one. Bread is our deity, thus you are forgiven. Always time to immerse yourself in baking flour. Angel21SE with a 37-month resub. Thank you very, very much. Is Kira a guest on Hazel's stream, or is Hazel a guest on Kira's stream? I would think it's her stream because she gets here first. She shows up ahead of time, if not on time, and meanwhile I'm running about trying to get all my pieces in place. It'll be my wig fix I need before the new season of Drag Race starts tomorrow. I'm honored. It is a wig. It certainly is. I also picked out 2 different ones to eventually get in and then rotate, so we may experiment with all sorts of fun looks because why not? Today, I was just thinking, what is that add-on? I've had it a million times. And I'm trying to figure out if I have it right now or if I need to reinstall it. I'm like looking through my add-on list on CurseForge. I basically just want to keep track of which of my alts have killed, like the mythic Freehold boss. It's the lockout tracking one. And it does other stuff, and the name of it is just like totally escaping me. I feel like I've installed it. Saved instances, thank you. Yeah, saved instances. Saved instances. Yeah, no microphone afro. Ooh, maybe I should not spill what styles. A, because it's possible that they don't reach me. And then secondly, you know, so that there's some surprise on the other 2. Not that it's going to be a huge surprise. All of them have bangs, I'll say that much. I like having bangs. So next question is, do I have saved instances? Because what I was doing is I was looking, LMNOPQRS. Save, no, need to get it back. Okay, let me get it once again. I don't know why I would uninstall it, but I have done that on a variety of characters. Anyways, so here are my 70s. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 level 70s is the final count, if anybody was keeping track. I have killed mythic Harlan on 1 this week. We did this one so that she could do her freehold and then leave. The other 16 of them still need to do it. And what I'm thinking of doing is kind of like interweaving this freehold mount farm with the Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler grind to both eat up the downtime of the Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler 15-minute hatching period, and also to stretch out my freehold farming so that I may not run in against my 10 instances per hour lockout. So I figure the first thing I should do is I should just do a freehold to get that lockout running. And the trouble is, I mean, Ripsy lives on Mechagon. Can I really move her? I mean, it depends if I don't get it in the first 16 chances. Some of these characters are already at freehold, which would make them good candidates. It's just the problem is that, oh no, it's okay, we have the add-on. I was gonna say, I'm gonna be a mess trying to figure out which of my characters I have and have not done this on if I don't do it like in order down the character script select screen. But that's why I got an add-on. We've passed me solved this problem already. Let's just log in and see if we can find it. What do you think about Dragonflight so far? I'm thinking of returning after Shadowlands. Farce. I like Dragonflight a lot, but I don't know if my opinion is the one that's valuable to you because I also liked Shadowlands. I had some trouble with I found Covenants kind of clunky, and there were parts of it I didn't like, but I had a wonderful time through the whole thing anyway. Hey Hazel, good to see you today. Hello. Did you wear it all day or mostly for stream? I took it off the moment stream was over. that was always the plan. I feel like, especially given that I'm really lazy, it seems like the best move is to incur as little disturbance to them as possible, which would mean exposing them to as basically just this. So it works out. I like Dragonflight too. Is it uncomfortable? Not as long as I'm thinking about other things. I think if I stopped and searched for discomfort, I would find some, but we're just not going to worry about it for now. It is a million times better now that I got a wig cap that I like better. It's, the first one I tried was, gave me like an immediate headache, but this one is definitely not as secure, but it's comfier, and as we established yesterday, I have no need to headbang. So, saved instances, that's Mythic Dungeon tools, that's details, that's weak auras, that's DBM. There's saved instances. Right click to configure. So maybe what I should do is, well, what we should do is we should get through Freehold. As a Horde character, this is going to be kind of annoying. Last time what I did was I flew through Drustvar on a couple of characters, and that proved to be better than trying to figure out if they'd unlocked any BFA stuff, and if so, which ones. This is kind of a long flight, but it's fine. It's better than having to think with my brain. The one time I was able to muster up the motivation to blitz an instance on all my alts in one day, got invincible, but haven't been able to get that motivation back for another mount grind. One and done for the weak type of mount farmer. I don't know how cosplayers do it. Cosplayers, I think, are just made of tougher stuff. And admittedly, this was a long time ago, and it was a very amateur level, and also, I'm sure we weren't doing it right, but when I cosplayed as a teenager, everything was pain. By the end of the day, people were bleeding in a variety of places, from costumes, mainly shoes, cosplay shoes, and then the rigors of, going around a convention all day, would tear open people's feet until there was just blood in the glue. And, there was always something going wrong. It seemed that, at least at that level, it was all pain. You also don't have to lip sync for your life. If I do have to lip sync for my life, it's going to be a predictable funeral. Doesn't need to be pinned and glued down. Exactly. I cosplayed when I was a teenager. When I was like 13, 14, I wore costumes to anime conventions. And there are no photos of this time, which is good because nobody needs to see Underage Hazel. It was a long time ago. Coffee good. I can't believe that yesterday on stream we got 2 of the 4 Soul Inhaler pets in one day. That's crazy. I still can't decide if I probably should have. Well, you know what? Hang on a second. While we're flying, just while we're doing this, I'm trying to get the most bang for my buck out of my time here, because now that we're only doing 2 of them, we have more downtime because you have to wait 15 minutes after inhaling to open the thing if you want a chance at the pet. So I think that Inksy is parked by the elemental, so I think I can log onto her, open one, drain another one, and then probably do the same thing actually with Zelixia, and then go back to the mount farming and maybe set like a timer in my watch or something. I don't know. Feel blessed to have been a teenager before social media. Yeah, Facebook was just sort of catching widespread hold. It was around before, but it was a bit niche. Facebook was just kind of getting going when I was in the older years of high school. All right. Why am I adrenaline? I must have walked. Yeah, I walked on a recalibrator. There we go. I must be a gnome. I'm looking for big elemental, big ones. This is our Docile Earth and Soul. So this is a chance. I did open a couple of them off stream, but don't worry, nothing dropped. We were just catching up our pet attempts here. So, any luck? Nope. All right, so we need another one. I swear they were over here. Is it you? No. We want the big, stompy elite ones, and I could have sworn there were a lot of them. Maybe I just got myself off my area or something. Cute one. You buy a bunch. Just this one for now. I've ordered 2 more in different colors and styles. Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah, I ordered a few more, but that'll be a later thing. I wanted to try and find. I discovered that if you're looking for synthetic wigs of like fashion colors, like, you know, pinks and stuff, you have to really sift through and vet vendors and suppliers to figure out if they're legit or if they are just drop shipping, like, you know, AliExpress wigs, and then upcharging for them. Because if you're gonna do that, you may as well just get a cheaper one from AliExpress yourself. I don't have mannequin heads. I ordered a couple of cheap wig stands, those little like plastic things, just so I don't have to like store them in a pile. Did I do it? Yeah, okay, so we have one in Caged Earth and Soul. Now we need to get a air one. Love Inksy. Well, Inksy went and did raid night last night, but then I brought her back. So I may have moved her spot a little bit because we had a guild raid. We did another Heroic Farak kill. We got another legendary. It was not for, it's not for, I mean, honestly, I think 2 of our DKs have kind of given up for the season, so I don't know if they're coming back, but our DK tank really wants one, and it didn't drop for him. Okay, now Zelixi's gonna get one so hers can start cooling down. Started to try and upgrade an heirloom set of each armor type today. Jeez, it is so expensive. Yeah, and it's one of those expenses that you tell yourself you're gonna get value out of forever, and you kind of do, but like, it wouldn't, you know, they have in the past on occasion messed with heirlooms before to make those upgrades not feel as good. I still am glad I have mine. But yeah. Alright, attempt number 4. No, okay. I have a feeling that the Gale Spirit is going to be the hard one. Although I don't mind it so much when I'm just like leaving a character out here and then just like popping in to check on it every now and then. It seems not as bad. Travel time and the downtime is kind of the big killer of this grind. Okay, so we can open that one in 15 minutes. Let's go back to Scary and continue sending her Freehold words. Why I started in the middle of my screen, I'll never know. For Freehold. Hey, Sam, thank you for the 2-month resub. I like having them so I don't have to have janky armor while leveling. Yeah, I never level without them. I also really love the privilege of being able to hit level 10, learn how to ride mounts, because that happens automatically now, and then immediately hop in a transmog mount, assuming that I have the funds for it, and then mog the heirlooms. And I like that you don't have to keep mogging, like, you know, an heirloom's going to keep its appearance. How much time do you think warbands are going to save you? I think that'd be a very hard thing to quantify. It's an amount, it's something, but yeah, hard to nail down in math. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited about warbands. Coffee. Coffee good. How you doing, kitty cat? You leaving? Are you leaving for the first of like 7 times and you're gonna leave and come back and leave and come back? Because you could do that. I think that Shania Twain's mantra about being allowed to change your mind 1,000,000 times is applies to cats as well as women. As well as anybody else who wants to change their mind. That might involve math. Too early for math. What's warbands changing? It's a few new features. I wouldn't pretend to know everything or even terribly much about it. I know we're getting a account-wide bank and an account-wide reagent bank we can use for crafting, which is amazing. So you can like craft across different characters using the same like stash of materials. Really excited about that. Honestly, and then being able to learn transmog that drops even if you're not able to equip it. The rest of the features, I kind of stopped listening after that point. I was just really excited for that bank and then the transmog learning thing. Couldn't tell you what else was going on. Raid difficulty, dungeon difficulty, mythic. Yeah, here we go. Where is my acorn? I see your acorn. Not having to have a bank alt feels great. When do those features come out? I would imagine with the War Within pre-patch, which is going to be... There's no, like, official date for it, but I want to say that the roadmap had it in the... The roadmap had it somewhere. I want to say summer. Was it summer? Here's the bread machine alert. Yeah, it's telling me to put stuff in it if I'm going to. And I'm not going to. Plain
What's
bread.
your step?
Plain fresh bread. I also, I had been... in regards to the bread machine... The last loaf of bread that I made, this walnut bread, it was pretty good, but the crust was like so thick and tough and dark that I ended up doing something I never do, which was cut the crust off the bread before I served it. I was raised to eat all of the bread, but this one was like cardboard on the outside. It was really nice bread on the inside, so I just trimmed it for that loaf. And I was kind of like looking into different things of like different ways for you to not get a crust that's quite so hard on a bread machine. And then I like looked at my machine this morning. I'm like, oh, it has a crust setting. I'm special today. I can just turn that down. Oh, I need to do all the bosses. I'm sorry. It's true though. Look, there's transmog I need. I could get a shark bait harness girdle. We're turning this boat around. We're going back across the bridge. Who said we had to do anything in any particularly efficient frame of time? Gold shared across characters. I believe so, yeah. What if it will explode?
What's your step?
Oh, man. I just assume everything's not going to explode until it explodes, and then I'll just clean up any exploding mess if something does happen to explode. Very few things explode in my life. Mostly if something's exploding, it's because I went to go shake like a bottle of fruit juice or something like that, and I was the last person to use it, which meant that I did not properly affix the lid, and if you're shaking a big bottle that has a lid that's not threaded correctly, that's going to explode. That, or if you haven't properly, you know, like, settled your blender settings, that does it. Yes. It's an awesome utility. Never used a bread machine. Learning things. Yeah, so I just, and I had the crust on the darkest setting before.
Phase 2.
So I've turned it down, and I'm excited to see how this particular loaf turns out. It's also the first one I'm doing with all of the fancy stuff because, oh man. I mean, this is a cool mace, but I already had the appearance, the fish hook. The recipes call for powdered milk and vital wheat gluten, which were two things I didn't have before. And I made a point to actually like order some stuff and like seek those things out, and I have them now. I remember powdered milk being really cheap and available in very large bags, and apparently that world has changed and has fled from me because I paid like $10 for a not terribly large bag of it. Maybe the industry caught on to people not using it to actually replace milk anymore and just kind of using it as a baking additive. It's so expensive now. I'd ask why, but it's knowing why won't help, so.
Danger.
I suppose it's fine. We'll see how long this $10 bag lasts me. I used 2 tablespoons in a loaf, and you know, the bag wasn't like huge, but it wasn't, you know, like an herb satchel either, so I don't know, maybe it'll be fine. So I want these guys to drop for me these plate bracers is what I want. Ta-da. No luck. I've seen that ring a million times though. Possible to get a crispy crust like you would from the oven? Sort of, yeah. It's not quite like, not exactly in the same way, and it also probably depends on the machine. I'm sure there are bread machines that are like so fancy. Oh, there's 2 things from Ring of Booty. We must do it. I'm sure there's bread machines that are so fancy that they're able to do like steam injection the same way that like a really fancy bread oven would be, because that humidity can help make like a really nice crust. Mine certainly doesn't do that.
Run.
A lot of people will also make dough in the bread machine, but then shape it and bake it in their own oven, and that way you can get any kind of shape or crust or finish that you like. There's plenty of people that just do that. Feels like too expensive for an ingredient that I only use for baking. Yeah, I felt that way for a long time. I have not done sourdough lately. I had a sourdough starter last year that I inherited from my mother. She's fine. I just got some starter from her. But I kept it alive for some amount of months to maybe a year and made many loaves of bread, and then I completely forgot about it, and then like for like a long time. And now I have no starter. And I've been meaning to start my own starter, but I'm waiting until I'm like a grown-up. I'm 31, but I don't feel... I feel like I'm kind of at my responsibility capacity with trying to look after my puppy and then like eat once in a while. I don't know if I'm ready to look after a starter. So I'm procrastinating on that. I love sourdough bread though, so it's definitely on the list for eventually. Make Palestinian flatbread a lot. Do it for most anywhere, skilled on the stovetop. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I love flatbreads. Are we talking about sourdough? Just a little bit. I'm gonna move on before I feel too guilty for letting it die. funny how quickly these things turn into transmog grids. What was its name? Maximum possible responsibility, staying alive. Some people seem to manage without any apparent effort. Their effort must be all under the surface. I certainly don't know how they did it. I forgot he had pyrotechnics. Look at this guy come in. Holy moly. Oh, and it's lighting those spectators on fire too. That's good, right? Love a good entrance. I went and did a little bit of late night shopping when the store was quiet last night, and I brought home a new toy for Moosey because I still have yet to repair the Christmas toys that I got for him that he immediately punctured. My sewing machine is right over there, but it's like on a shelf, and I'd have to like take it off the shelf and like move it to a table, and then possibly remember how to use it. Which I think we can do, but apparently not, like, you know, Christmas was a while ago and I haven't done it yet, so I got him another toy in the meantime. And he immediately chewed both of the ears off, so we just like trimmed them before he could eat them. But aside from removing its ears, it hasn't died yet, and he seems rapturously happy. You know, Puppy seems to really love it, so that's good. It's cute to see him have fun. The poor, it's like a mammoth looking thing though. Step. And the poor toy looks as though it's been like interrogated for information, or you know, the victim of like organized crime violence or something like that. Both of its ears are just completely gnawed off. And then the other one I got him was like a really super tough, theoretically, rubber sort of thing that's got some pockets for me to put treats in that he can work on getting out. And I stuffed that with a couple pieces of frozen banana last night, and he was having a ball of a time for like a while, so that was nice. Right behind the pyrotechnics at the Eras Tour, it was chilly until those started. Any luck? No? Alright. Where's my rarity? Where's my rarity tick up? I request that my attempts be counted. Rarity? Oh no, it is turned on. Oh well. Am I on the right difficulty? I am. We checked. We did that. Dungeon difficulty was on Mythic. Anyway. So she's gonna wait outside the instance. I may at some point move more characters out to do, I may at some point move more characters out to the Soul Inhaler points and then like make extra Soul Inhalers for them to use. But for the moment, I think I'm okay to just keep an eye on. I'm gonna check in on Inksy and see how long before we can open that Earth Elemental thing. I didn't keep an eye on the time, unfortunately. I like having this many alts for farming stuff, but I do feel a little bit of a burden of wanting to organize them and not doing that terribly well. I feel like I should sort the order out to put them by class or maybe by faction or something. Some kind of order that would, I don't know, practically help me. Have you ever tried folding towels into fun shapes? Saw a video of someone folding a baby blanket into a teddy bear. Aww. Oh, that's very cute. So this is going to be ready in 68 seconds, so it's actually perfect timing. No, I can't say I have. I had a napkin folding phase when I was like 11. It lasted approximately one Christmas because I told my Nana that I really wanted to fold the napkins. And she said, okay. And then I think I made like a big mess of it, and then I had to undo all of them and then just fold them normally. Or like into the accordion shape that anybody can do. And then I think I was taken off of napkin folding duty because I think that she expected swans and I was unable to provide them for her. The Soul Inhaler grind is for battle pets. There are 4 elemental spirit pets that we are looking for. They're dragonflight pets, and you have to use this engineering item and then these jewel crafted cages, and then a bunch of downtime. So in 20 seconds, we'll open this and see if we got it. And then if not, we'll get ourselves another one and let that cool down. Love folding napkins for Thanksgiving. I don't think I've ever folded a napkin in my life. I like, I mean, I have linen napkins, like cheap Amazon ones, because it just makes me feel better about, I don't know, for whatever reason, I actually, those are, lots of things in life are too much work for me, but those are not too much work for me. It's kind of relaxing just folding regular rectangles because they're very easy to fold when you're folding them into rectangles. And I don't know, it's easy to just chuck them in the laundry. Plus they're mine, so I don't really worry about staining them, so it doesn't really matter what I'm, you know, tomato sauce, whatever. It's a napkin, that's what it's for. Ta-da! No, that was our 14th attempt at the Death Spirit. So, yeah, let's get another one of these. It's gonna kick at me, isn't it? That's what I get for not opening with a fear. Folding rectangles into smaller rectangles. What about folding squares into rectangles? I think mine might be square. Why did I use my silence? It's 30 seconds before I can use my soul inhaler again. I'm going to just try and reset it. You do not need to be an engineer to use the soul inhaler. And you can actually just buy them on the auction house. You don't even need to work order anything. How many mounts do I have? Somewhere in the neighborhood of 843 total. 769 that I can use in this character. According to my mount journal enhanced, anyway. Not all of them, but I would say a good amount. Healthy collection for me. Okay, fear. And then soul inhale. This grind used to be a million times more annoying because you used to have to kill the mob while channeling the thing, which was a very delicate balance of using like dots and CCs and trying to like, it was ugly. Now you can just full channel it, and then as long as you kill it within 30 seconds, you're good. So that's that. Let's log on to the Evoker and see if we can get another air one. Like how your Mog matches a new scared. I felt very cute in re-listening. How are you finding gold making this expansion? I think I've made more gold this expansion. Actually, that's not true. I made a lot of gold in BFA, but in BFA I was highly motivated because of the Brutosaur. So I wanted to make 5 mil so I could buy a Brutosaur, and I did. Oh, you know what? I did make 5 or 6 mil. Because I spent a bunch of it, didn't I? Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I like it a lot. I'm not doing anything like at this moment, but I've found that with alchemy and the profession system, I've been able to just kind of, especially with the region-wide auction house. The region-wide auction house is magic because it means that there's a much bigger market for everything, and I can actually sell, like I can make, like before, if I made like 10,000 files or whatever, I would be, you know, screwed. Like there would be nothing for me to, I would be sitting on those until the end of time because not only are there far fewer people to sell them to, but there's still competition on your server. And with the region wide, it just evens out. So that one is ready to open. Okay, no luck there, but we're gonna get ourselves another one. Don't kick my channel, please. Okay. There we go. Gold cap is 10 mil, isn't it? Made most of your gold BFA and Dragonflight, Prof, and a bit of flipping. BFA? How did I make my gold in BFA? I'm sure I must have had videos about it, or at least one. I know I did flipping. I was very excited about flipping at the time, so I did a lot of epic, like raid BOE epic flipping in BFA. I did herbalism. I remember doing like big herbalism grinds in BFA. I would do laps and laps and laps and laps around Vol'dun in those mountains, getting the Akunda's bite. It's all a pair of bracers. Yeah. At a few different points in my life, I did raw gold farming via mission tables. Got a 500k for a BOE week 1 of season 3. That's been carrying me. Nice. The spirits is just a chance to get pets. They're also, the items that you get are crafting mats for yeah, let's take another horde character up there. I don't know, some engineering stuff. There's a few different crafted items use those elemental spirits, but not very many of them, if we're being honest. I think I need a piece of like cloth boots transmog. Okay. We haven't seen you in a while. Do you want to go to Orgrimmar? No, that's okay. Oh, I want to go to Freehold. How do I want to get there? I might want to take a flight path. Sounds kind of fun. I get this. I did like, I don't know, Mog runs on him somewhat recently. I think it's funny that they're offering to port him back to Org. I guess I should have taken the port to Org, because that's what I've just done now. And then I want to go to Voldraken. I mean, I guess I could do Zold. No, I don't even know if I have the boat ports on these characters. I'm guessing not. Let's go to Voldraken. Use the gear update option twice. Regretted it both times. How passive aggressive those Legion starter NPCs are. I just like that they show up and they're all like, "Hail, hero, you are needed." And then every single time I like run away from them like they're trying to, you know, solicit a signature from me downtown. Right, I'm gonna take the Time Waste portal and then I'm gonna take a flight path is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, we have Org at home. I'm going to Org, but I wanted it to be my idea. Oy, oy, oy. Okie dokie. You. And then, this way. Because I think it'll be approximately 10 a.m. when I want to start opening those last two soul inhaler things. I think this will be a good grind to kind of pair with other things, especially because I have a character with two characters with inhalers parked at each spot. I think it'll be kind of nice to. So, do I want to like take the flight path all the way from there? I guess so. This is gonna take a long time. We'll just stick Sin Runner Blanchie in that vague direction. Yeah, I think it'll be nice to have a grind to pair with this, because there's going to be about 15 minutes of downtime no matter what. Maybe like 12 if you account for the time it takes to get new souls. Which means that we can do fishing. I'm trying to think of what to do after we've like done all our Freehold attempts. I think all the Freehold attempts would take like a couple of days. I think I could be doing this for Thursday and then also Friday and Saturday before I run out of Freehold chances. Have you done Claws for Concern? Claws for Concern. Is that the one that gives blue loot? Claws. Because I need more, Friends in Feathers is blue loot. Oh yeah, that's the name of the quest. Okay. Yeah, I need to finish that. That's a good idea. We should work on that today. The coffee's good. Okay, this way. I think Plate needs a couple of different pieces of armor from Freehold. I think I was like, I want to work on Claws for Concern whenever the world quest is up, because I don't really want to cheese it by joining a raid group to like find all the stuff. Is it not up? I just I feel like right now my inner brain avatar is like has one hand with the soul inhaler thing in it, and her other hand has Freehold. And I've just asked her to like hold a scorpion without dropping the first two things, and she's panicking. Let me see. Dragon Isles. No, not Zerlik Cavern. Emerald Dream. It's also not up for me either. Is it? Are you EU perhaps? They might have different. EU might have different world quests. I'm on a name? Weird. Does it require like side quest progress? Maybe? Just eat the scorpion, solves it. The scorpion just came to mind with the hands full thing because one of my favorite like low view YouTube videos ever. And I feel like if I watch it again, it wouldn't be that funny. I think I was possibly a bit drunk when I watched it the first time. And it's one of those things that your memory of it like kind of adapts over time to adjust to the thing that you found funny about it in the first place. But it was a video just of a person with a scorpion that was their pet, and they were offering it crickets to eat. And, you know, they've got, like, the crickets with the tweezers, and they, like, give one to the scorpion, and he, like, takes it and puts it in his mouth. And then the person's just, like, talking about the scorpion the entire time, and they, like, keep giving the scorpion crickets, and he puts another one in his mouth, and he's got 2 of them sticking out of his mouth, and then he takes a third one in his left claw, and he takes the 4th one in his right claw. And then the guy's just like, here, take another cricket, and the scorpion's got his mouth full and 2 claws full of crickets, just be like, what do you want me to do? And it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen, but I feel like if I watched it again, if I found it again, because it wasn't like a big viral video, I was just on the wrong side of YouTube one night. Or the right side of YouTube, I suppose. I think I'm actually on the wrong difficulty this time. This is heroic. I need to zone out. What is your favorite WoW expansion? I don't know. This one, maybe? No. Shadowlands? BFA. Cataclysm. Hard to say. Dungeon difficulty. Mythic. There we go. Whichever one I'm currently in, usually. The only ones that didn't really rank highly for me in retrospect were Wrath and Legion, which is, I swear, not just because I'm a contrarian and everybody else likes those ones. Legion, I just had a bad run of because I was, like, just, I guess, kind of overwhelmed in my personal life at the time, and then also, I had horrible luck with Legion legendaries, and I didn't enjoy feeling like I was just, like, really underperforming relative to all of my peers because I just could not get this thing to drop for me. And then I wasn't too fussed about, like, artifacts and class halls and stuff like that. That didn't really do it for me. So I feel like Legion there was cool stuff about it. I loved world quests. I thought world quests were great. I liked a lot of things about it, but Suramar and the stealth and the Withered Army training, it had, like, a lot of things that I found a bit frustrating. And then I didn't like Wrath because I was new. And because it looked cold out there. I was cold enough outdoors, you know?
Interrupt.
Do not miss Withered Army training. I did a lot of Withered Army training because I had a hard time getting the Torn Invitation, the Tattered Invitation to drop that eventually leads to the Fox mount. And I ground for it through, I feel like, all of Legion, and eventually what happened is, like, after Legion, I went back and I set up another character, and in doing all of the one-time treasures with that second character, that's when I finally got, oh hey, I got that plate belt finally. That's when I finally got the thing, was when I got another character set up with it, because there's a bunch of things that you can only loot once per character in Withered Army training that also have a chance to drop it. And they kicked you from a pug. Yep. Gave up on it early for my own sanity. It was kind of a cool concept, but one that I'm glad they haven't done again in exactly that form. So, yeah, we've got the plate bracers that we could get from Council of Captains. Buildin, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Warbands should be within the War Within pre-patch. We don't know exactly when that is. We're thinking maybe summer, I think. I should check the roadmap again if I'm going to keep telling people this. I don't remember.
Danger.
I haven't looked at it in like 2 weeks. Holidays happened and my brain retired. I do many things in Anthus, but damage is not one of them. He's at a level 388 and he's in prod spec. This won't last forever, right?
Run.
Right? I'm bubbling.
Danger.
Freedom removes movement impairing effects. I know a disorient technically impairs your movement, but I think it's categorized differently. Alright, 1 pair of bracers, please. Not those ones! I should have been more specific. Try Ring of Booty for the other stuff. Right about pre-patch is placed under summer. Good. Thanks for taking a look. Love your boss guides, minimalistic. Oh, thank you. button I always forget I have. I've paladins looking after me and Tindril on my priest. I will often stay out for the second route in Tindril because as a gnome I can escape artist myself, assuming that I time it correctly and do not mistakenly press it early. But I think I'm giving some paladins heart attacks because once in a while I have stayed out to escape artist myself, but I've accidentally like either not had it available or just fat fingered it early, and then I'm just like, you know, like a gnome, a rooted gnome in blind terror. So the paladins have started freedoming me, just incidentally. Who would time it incorrectly? Hazel, what is your favorite vendor food in the game? Do they sell Bladespire bagels on vendors, or do I just end up with those in my bags? I don't know where they come from, but that's always the food that I get where I'm like, I should eat this so that I can work on that one achievement where you gotta eat a bunch of different foods. I should eat the bagel. And I like eat the bagel every time, despite the fact that I'm sure that's the only food that all of my characters have eaten, and then I like immediately forget about whatever that achievement is supposed to be. Obviously the pomegranates. Remember Ambroria Do, where we couldn't decide if it was a typo or if they decided that it would be like unique and cool for the thing to be not Ambrosia but Ambroria. It's like a Shadowlands vendor water. Thanks, Ben. Oh, there's a plate helmet that we could get from Harlan too, not just shark bait. It's not like the craziest plate helmet ever, but I always need more plate transmog. Am I having a good New Year so far? Yeah, I think it's about as expected. Can't complain. It felt nice. Bizarrely enough, it actually felt really nice to take down all my Christmas decorations. I did some cleaning and tidying in my living room, and it feels much nicer out there. I also put my shoe rack back, which is really exciting because, one, the shoe rack has been back for a couple of days, and the dog has yet to steal any shoes off of it. And it's just much nicer to put shoes onto a rack as opposed to chucking them into the back of a dog crate and locking the door. What is my favorite class? Oh, Priest, 100%. I love playing Priest. I love Holy and Shadow, and then those are the only two specs. It's weird that nobody ever talks about the other two spec class. Everyone's all like, it's Demon Hunters, but you know. I'm just joking around. Growth. Good job, boys. It's so funny in that he's doing so great in some respects, and then in other respects, you're just looking at him being like, have I failed as a parent?
Run away.
What do I do? He's prone to the occasional tantrum when he's on leash, where he decides that he has had enough of this tyranny and that he is done being walked and he is going to walk you. And he will take the leash and he will toss his head like a shark and he will jump around like a bucking bronco and he will not calm down for love or money unless you ask him to like do a trick, and he'll be like, oh cool, hey mom, sure, I'll sit, lay down, roll over, shake a paw. But then as soon as he's done, he's like, okay, you know, you asked for this, and he'll go back to raving against the man. He's just got a lot of extra puppy energy right now. Teenager vibes, yeah. He's 7 months old, so I'm trying to not be too hard on myself and just do my best. But every now and then he does something that's like so good that I like cry. He's just so sweet. He's big. He's a big baby. The thing that, the indoor thing that I'm trying to convince him to not do, that he really wants to do, is tear the blanket to shreds. He likes to sleep on it and cuddle on it. I have like a fleece blanket that usually hangs out on the couch that I snuggle under when I'm like playing games or watching TV out there. And he also likes to cuddle with a blanket, which is fine, we can share. But sometimes he likes to chew on it and tear enormous holes in it, and I haven't been having that, and whenever he starts doing that, I just take the whole thing away. And it's, usually after we have that conversation, like, enough times about a thing, he, like, leaves it alone, but we're still working on the blanket. He really wants to kill it. Got a third cat, only 5 months. I swear she's half dog. Most people lack the discipline to play with their pre-spec.
Watch where.
Holy moly, I'm not doing very much damage to this guy. Let's see.
Phase 2.
Press all the paladin buttons.
Phase 3.
No luck. No mount that time. How are you liking spells in Hearthstone BGs? They're really fun. I love how, because you can cast them on anything and they're not tribe specific, it gives you a lot of options to make cards that are normally kind of iffy in a particular tribe to be like really good if you can put the right buffs on them. I think that's really fun. I think I end up overspending on them. Like I cast too many tavern spells and I don't get enough minions and I get myself into trouble. Alrighty. So let's check in on our Soul Inhaler Elementals. Oh, so crunchy. Hi everyone. Hi DVK Joe. How are you doing today? Happy Thursday. Chance of a Battleground stream? If like the WoW servers are down during one of my normal streams, then maybe, but one of the delightful things about not streaming on reset day is that there is very rarely downtime during my stream. It's usually only on like a big patch week or something. But that is usually my go-to if I'm going to stream and there's just like no WoW to be seen anywhere. I'll usually fire up BGs. Anyone? Only when he gets nervous to drive, even though it's been 3 years. Oh no, not just you. Very much me too. very much me too. It's something I'm working on. But I try and be not too harsh on myself for being nervous, because at least if I'm nervous, as long as I'm not absolutely melting down, a little bit of extra nerves is just sharpening my senses, and it's making sure that I'm paying attention to things so that I can react if anything happens. Alright, are we lucky? There's probably people that drive that could stand to be a little more nervous about the fact that they're piloting like a 3-ton death machine. Hi, I am existing. Hi, Scarlet. Me too. I think it also probably, like Day is saying, has something to do with how much exposure you get. I've had my license for probably 3 or 4 years now too, but I don't drive for a commute because I commute all the way to this room in my place by walking my stompy little socky feet. So I don't have nearly as much experience as somebody that has to drive every day. Or even every week. The joke I like to tell myself is that if I want to get over my driving anxiety, and also my social anxiety, what I should do is just drive for like DoorDash for like a year, and it will be the worst year of my entire life, but I probably would be able to drive around the city by the end of it. It would be horrible. I would have to like go into restaurants and talk to people and like drive down streets that I've never been before without Google Mapsing each of the intersections. It would be awful. But that would do it. Okay, so we're gonna pop that over there and go check on the air ones. Do you have all the archaeology rewards? And do you think they might remove them? I don't have all the archaeology rewards, and I didn't think they were going to remove them. It seems like they're just not adding any more to that archaeology. They said that they don't like the triangulation minigame, but I don't think they're gonna get rid of it. Dang, your hair grows fast, right? We are checking on the Gust Spirit. I would be really excited to get the air one in particular, because these ones are... The air ones are the most expensive ones typically. I think the drop rate should be the same on all of them, but maybe just because this one's out of the way. Driving to work, driving back just puts me in a mood. Once I get home, need a nap, just lie down. Yeah. Would be surprised if it took the entire year to stop being horrible. Yeah. Okay. So we are opening... Well, hang on. Don't know how else gnomes are not blind with the extremely bright light. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done anything about that yet. It's terrible. Any luck? Nope. Alright, let's get another one. Ah, beacon. And then at about 10:15. Now would be a good time to do a super bloom if I was going to do one, but I'm not. You can't make me. Let's take another character and do another Freehold run. Alternatively, the light is coming out of their eyes. Maybe more horrifying. I have to get to school every day. Also drive my boyfriend around because of his driving anxiety. I don't mind driving when there's nobody around. I like driving when there isn't other cars. I think it's not operating the vehicle that concerns me. It's everybody else and their capacity to behave unpredictably. I think it's just an experience thing. I'm going to do Freehold. And which character am I doing? I'm kind of taking all the awful, ugly, the horde ones out there because it takes the longest to get them out there and it kind of kills basically an entire 15-minute cooldown period. The gnome monk that I was leveling, her name is Molly Wobbles. Molly Wobbles Maw Walker, the Mechano Mistweaver monk. Love driving truck, smart car, boat, especially my boat. When the road's nearly empty. It makes me feel better about, like, driving at night is, on one hand, stressful because it's dark and you can't see as much and pedestrians insist on wearing all black with no reflectives and being ghosts in the street. But outside of that, there's not nearly as many people. There's not nearly as many people out and about after like 7 or 8. So self-driving cars mitigate the anxiety? Probably, but I feel like I don't know. I'm not hanging my hopes on it. It's Molly Wobble, Maw Walker. I would prefer if it was Maw Walker Molly Wobble. I think that's more fun to say, but the title goes after your name, unfortunately. Some songs hit different driving an empty road at night. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. Yeah. But I think a lot of it is just kind of getting more used to everything and how everything works. I don't really mind traffic. What I don't like is having to navigate and negotiate gaps for things like lane changes and left turns and stuff like that. Because I just, I trust my judgment, but I feel like I would trust my judgment more if I had a lot more experience. And of course other people will occasionally try to like rush you or whatever. And it can be spooky. I can pretend. I want to go here and then maybe put myself not in a flight path, but just like a nice auto flight. This is a stylist honey plum. She's wearing what, regular orc heritage, I think? Something like that. Dislike traffic jams very much. I'm lucky that transit's pretty good in this city, so if I have to drive anywhere, either during like a super heavy traffic time or in like a super heavy traffic direction, more likely, I will just take the bus. If I have to go like out to Colwood or something at like 4 o'clock, it is not worth your life to try to drive there unless you like absolutely had to. But like the bus can take like the bus lane and stuff, so it's not going to be something that once was much slower suddenly becomes about the same amount of time. You are not in a traffic jam. You are the traffic jam. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, it's also really easy to not drive places and to do anything else when you're anxious about driving. Because not only do you have your anxiety to back you up, I'm flying the wrong way and we're not doing Waycrest Manor. Not only do you have your anxiety to back you up, you can also be like, listen, I am saving on gas money. I am saving on carbon emissions. I am saving on the wear and tear of the roads of this fine city. Like, you have all kinds of excuses to not drive. Scary part of driving to me is how it's a social situation where I can't read people's faces, hear their voices. The only thing is the honking, which terrifies me. I don't like how I can't figure out what people mean sometimes when they honk. Normally not at me, Usually somebody's honking at me, it means that I should probably have gone by now. But, and it doesn't happen wildly often. But like, people will like road rage at each other, and I try to like look at the situation to figure out what happened, partly so I can avoid making whatever crime it was in the first place, and or just be like, wow, that person needs to chill out. But sometimes I can't figure out why they're angry with each other. Like, people will be honking and yelling at each other at the windows, and I can't even figure out what happened. And that makes me nervous, because I'm like, if I don't know how they did it, how do I prevent it from happening to me? Yeah, cars and roads are scary. I feel like if humanity makes it for another like 200 years, we're gonna look back on this time when they just let us, random people, and trusted us to just operate these vehicles, and it was like the honor system that you weren't gonna be distracted. I thought you just wanted to know the drama. I sometimes want to know the drama. It's a great road rage mitigator, because how can anyone be mad looking at it? Sometimes nothing to do with the road at all. Yeah. But lots of the time driving goes just fine. I think that everybody says that there's like terrible drivers in their city, and I think it's true everywhere. There are terrible and or, you know, ridiculous people everywhere. But here is, I think, on the grand global scheme of things, pretty chill. I think people are generally, on average, fairly reasonable. And take steps to be safe and responsible, which I appreciate from them. You can't bank on it, you know. You always gotta be defensive, but still, it's nice. Unspent talent points. Am I not gaming optimally? Here, stick me in a starter build. I think they may have changed some talent points, or maybe I just got to level 70 and I never spent them. Calgary drivers are way more chill than Toronto. People are nice and considerate. Yeah. The thing that stresses me out most about driving around here, and I've kind of learned to adjust my routes to mitigate it, is I don't like having to make turns where I'm yielding to traffic that I cannot see coming. I don't know how anybody ever does that, except for like you creep out a little bit to look as far around the corner or up the hill as you can, and then you go, well, I'm going. Like, I don't like, especially when there's a lot of people parked in street parking blocking your view, especially if you have to yield to 2 lanes of traffic and not just one. It's like hell. I don't know how you're supposed to tell whether or not people are coming or whether or not you have a gap, because there's like so much in the way. So I just try to make my route so I don't have to turn in those places. I'm sure that if I ever drive any of my family around, they're going to be like, why are you going this way? This is weird. And it's going to be like, it's because I don't like making that turn from that road onto that road, because people are always street parked in that one spot and I can't see anybody coming. I need to just like roll down my window and listen for the cars or something. Raid difficulty, dungeon difficulty, mythic. Yeah, at nighttime at least you can see headlights coming, because the streetlights suck around here, so the roads are really dark, but in the daytime you're kind of out of luck. 3 out of the 4 pet world quests today are for bandages. I had not noticed. Okay, so I don't need, on this particular armor type, I don't need any of the other bosses, so we can head straight to Heartland. Love gambling with my life, turning into blind traffic. Yeah, there's just like weird corners and hills and really narrow roads. Another thing that you get if you're going through neighborhoods and stuff is that a lot of these neighborhoods are technically two-way traffic, but when you have people street parked on both sides of the road, as you will basically all the time, it's pretty much one-way traffic. So if you see anybody else coming towards you, you have to play the chicken game of one of you has to find a place to pull over to let the other person by, otherwise no one's going anywhere, and it happens like a lot. The good news is that people usually aren't driving in those places unless they live there or they're visiting. I just happen to visit people in neighborhoods like that. So it's not a ton of traffic, but it's also like not a ton of room either. Avoid certain turns like the plague. Looking forward to driving around Victoria and the island. Sounds fun. I like cities like that. Yeah, I think you'll like it a lot. We have a healthy dose of one-way streets, but they're nothing people haven't seen before. I'm struggling. I thought that Anthus didn't do any damage. Honeyplum is she's at level 362. Should I gear up Ellie for like a day just to fix this for the sake of mount farming? I mean, it doesn't help that I have some unspent talent points and that I don't really know how to play Ellie, but this is something. I'm pressing Lava Burst. What else could you possibly want from me? This is Ellie. Yeah. All that super near, all that jazz. Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll love it here. Oh, I pulled more stuff. Alright, let's at the very least, at a bare minimum, enable the starter builds so that we can spend all our talent points. Oh, Ryok, that's scary. Oh, that's the kind of stuff that puts me off driving for a while. I'm glad your brother was paying attention. I will never forget the one time that somebody... The scariest and closest, I think, situation I was ever in was somebody ran a stop sign going very quickly at night and nearly that was the only time I've ever used my horn too, and I managed to swerve around them, but they would have T-boned me without a second thought. I don't know, it was like late and dark. There may have been other factors involved, but like that was horrifying to me, especially because it was like at a time that I was already kind of like really stressed out, and on edge and questioning whether or not I had what it takes to make it in the world on my own, and then somebody comes out of nowhere and like tries to kill me, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. That was a stop sign. I had to like, and I was like questioning like, did I run the stop sign? And I like went back and like looked at the intersection. I'm like, nope, they have the stop sign. It means you should stop. I'm not over it. That was years ago, and I still think about that sometimes. Ever check how many words per minute you can read? Is that a thing you can check? I know we can check how many words per minute we can type. I've been teaching my nieces how to go tubing and water skiing my boat. Dragging them 20 feet behind the boat with a rope. Well, that's fun. But yeah, you gotta be confident in your skills for that, for sure. Any luck with shark bait? Nope. Okie dokie. I think we're pretty close to being able to open the next thing. She has 10,000 gold on her. I wonder if I can just buy a cheap green staff just to help a little bit. Let me see. Weapons, upgrades, search, item level. You could get like a 421. Let's do two-handed stabs. Yeah, I could get a 420. Oh, that's an agi one. The in-stabs are so much more expensive. There we go. I could spend 500 gold, or we'll do that, and get a green weapon just for next time. You read the text, you press a button when you're done, and some questions to see how much you retained. This is your words per minute. Weird. Because I feel like speed reading is also not always completely linear. I feel like if you're really speed reading, you're kind of to some extent skimming and using context clues to assemble the message, so it's just a question of how accurately you can do that. Oh, archer move, that's really scary. Oh. Alright, we are popping down a mailbox. Picking up my brand new staff. See how many levels that gets me. 11 from one weapon. Good, good. That'll help. And we'll leave her out there for the moment. What mount is that? Seen her around a few times? She was riding the Grand Armored Wyvern. I want to say that's like maybe the... I mean, I want to say it's the mop patch mount from like the... Remember that mop patch that had the faction battlefront on the beach or whatever? I feel like it was from that. But it could have been from something else too. I could be mistaken. This one's all ready to loot. Good luck. Alright, no dust spirit that time. But we try again. This is so much nicer than trying to find spawns of that other one in Azeroth. And then we go do another one on our evoker. Did the turtle in that zone? Thought I had the achieve for some reason. Did in the battle pit. Seems like a good way to farm this. Yeah, it seems much lower stress than just staying logged in and brute forcing and like looking for things to do in the meantime. If you have something else that you can kind of pair it with. It wouldn't be very stream friendly, but like if I was also just like, I don't know, watching a show or working on something else and like tabbing back over. Although I always tell myself I can multitask like that, and it's never true. I'm always like, listen, you're just gonna tab back into WoW every like 10 minutes just to check on how your crafting is going. And in the meantime, just work on your emails or like, I don't know, organize something or whatever. Nope. Never works out. I always end up just like wasting time. Okay. Any luck? Not that time. One grind you haven't done yet that you refuse to ever do. Ooh, refuse ever is a big thing because I feel like I would do almost any grind in WoW if it was the last one on Earth. If I had somehow made it to doing everything else and there was only one thing standing between me and completionism, I feel like I would do almost anything. If it was the last thing left. However, I think I'm unlikely to make it to that point, so failing that, the Najatar PvP mount. There's like tokens that you get. There's like a PvP currency for doing world PvP in Najatar. I feel like I've just written that off. The Inkscale Deepseeker, I think I've written that one off. That one's like truly not really on my list. Probably soundless. Work on your emails. Good jokes, Jamie. Where am I going? Freehold. What am I going? Now. Did I get all my Horde characters out there? Because I have characters that are like parked outside that could do it much faster. Allison could go to Freehold. There we go. You get coins from killing rares in war mode? Really? I see. I thought I had to kill people. Well, I should do that mount then. How shall Allison get to Tierguard Sound? She doesn't have BFA, does she? It's so far going the other way, but like... On one of these characters, I definitely did something. This is gonna drive me nuts. Do it on stream, recruit a protection mob to keep you safe. Had the same thought originally. Yeah, okay, well failing that one then. I don't know. Most things are a matter of just later, not never. Okay, so if I wanted to port, I would go to the boat. I thought the boat was like over here. How many quests do I have to do to make the boat happen? This is going to be slower than flying from Dustfire, but I want to try it and see. At least we can fly out here. In another like 2 weeks we can dragon ride out here. I'm trying to think of what other mounts are like awful. Soundless is certainly one of them. Because that's a low drop rate and a horrible spawn time. So that's like not fun. Rat Stallion's not too bad anymore. You can kind of do it like you'll still be like open to PvP, but like a lot of people will just kill rares and fish to get those coins. And I'm also like halfway done already on my priest. Every now and then I kind of like take a little look at it and see. Given up on Soundless. I'm just trying to think through the mounts that I don't have and like why I don't have them. Yeah, this is the problem that usually gets me, is every time I come out here to be like, oh, I'll just set the thing up. It's like, obviously I'm phased because I haven't done the right quests, but like which ones is always a little bit of a thing. Hi. None of you people can help me. I'm tracking trivial quests. And it's always supposed to be like a super easy thing, and it's never super easy. I do have the Time Lost Proto-Drake. Got Soundless my 20th try, but no ZG Raptor after 800 attempts. Yikes. Because it like disappears because it's like phased. You have to skip this in org. That's so annoying. Oh man, I was hoping it would be easy. I wonder if I can even port back over here or if I have to like teleport myself out of here. The boat will take me to the Echo Isles. That's org adjacent. I kind of wish all this stuff would just unlock automatically. I don't need like the reps for free or anything, but it would be nice if I could start the quests. So tired of running Eldor from Bim's head. I heard some people were having luck with doing time walking raids for it. Dog just got one of my socks stuck to her tooth by a thread, was grumbling, shaking her head, and I had no idea what was going on. Oh, dog things. So there's no portal here. I have really made a mess of this. I guess we're just gonna go to Valdrakken and do this the old-fashioned way. Never mind. Or not the old-fashioned way. Do it the Time Waste portal way. She at least has some item level because I played her last season. She's 437. Yeah, BFA had some great music. I feel like I should... I love riding the fish, but I feel like I should pick out a bat for this character just to go with her undead heritage armor. Filter. Oh. Does she not have Mount Journal Enhanced on? I showed one of my friends the color pick feature of Mount Journal Enhanced, and they were excited. They wanted a mount that matched their transmog, and they were like, I wish I could sort by color. And I was like, Mount Journal Enhanced can do that. And they're like, I have Mount Journal Enhanced. Really? And then they did it, and they found a mount that matched. You've got a big old color picker if you want, but I'm looking for a bat. So let's go family, uncheck, bats. Which one? Something like kind of purple and blue, maybe. Like that one. Or the Undercity bat, actually. I mean, it's a lot. It does work, though. I don't know. That's too much bat. Show your character page one more time? There it is. That's cool. Yeah, I guess if I wanted to look for, like, sort of blue-purple mounts, we could put it over here. And then, it'll kind of show us mounts in that vague color family. Those ones are green. I don't know if they're tracking correctly. How come I don't ride this thing? This thing's amazing. Thought that was a toy or something. Coolest looking priest ever. Thank you. Undead heritage armor is like really cool. She's got like the back piece and stuff. Hi Hazel, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Dice Meister. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to take this transmog off. Nothing else. She has other sets, but like nothing else quite lived up to this one. Hazel? They just released the new character customization options for 10.2.5. They're pretty lackluster, IMO, but maybe you want to take a look anyway? Here, let me see. It was like troll hairstyles and a Draenei skin or something, was right? Let me see. Wowhead. New character customizations. Blizzard released a preview of the troll hair colors and Draenei skin. Let's take a look. The original. Some demon customizations too. So, neutral and blue. Ooh, this one's really pretty. I like that a lot. Kind of like this gradient purple with like a little bit of blue in it. And then the red's nice too. And then a new skin color and then some new demon options. Yeah. And then some dark glare options. Yeah, I think that's kind of neat. Oh, hey, look, it's the buddy. He's back. He's dark glare now. Yeah, the demon forms look good. I think that's kind of cool. Here, I'll slap that link in chat if anybody wanted to keep looking at it while I tab back here. Yeah, I think that's nice. I'm happy about that. I wonder if I should log back over and check on my Soul Inhaler cooldowns. I might have spent 15 minutes just nosing around Zuldazar. Why does your Wowhead put two pics side by side? Mine is a Scrollfest. I was tabbed into I was in the actual. I went to the original link to World of Warcraft. The World of Warcraft website link on a horizontal layout seems to be putting them side by side. Alright, are we on Mythic? And then I'm pretty sure this character does not need anything except for the last boss, so we can just try not to aggro too many things and zoom right on over there. I have rarity on these characters, but I haven't been seeing the attempt number tick upwards lately. I don't know about you guys, but I still can't deal with this when a flying mount doesn't run with like its feet, especially when it has feet and it just won't use them. I feel like a bat running animation could be really cool and kind of creepy. I think it could be really good, but I'm sure the big rectangle bat would do it, but not these ones. Back after a 5-month break, leveling a new mage. Which expansion is best, most fun? Time doesn't matter. It's a very personal thing. I always like doing it in the Cataclysm zones, the old world ones that were redone, and then later like Cataclysm zones. But that's just me. That's a very subjective thing. Regulator, thank you for a 6-month sub in advance. Holy moly, appreciate it. Getting an in-combat glitch? Never gave me attempt updates. Oh, maybe that might be it. As long as it's still counting them, because I'm sure I'm probably still in combat with something in this instance. That's a good idea. Yeah, so I mostly need plate. There's a leather helmet. There's a couple of leather things from Harlan, but I mostly am just missing plate and then a gun from Council of Captains. I now have all of the Mog for all classes from the first guy, so I don't have to do that one anymore. First I didn't realize why I recognized your voice, and then I watched your guide getting the Honeyback Harvester mount. That was me. I got a couple old mount guides like that. The Legion Falcosaurus, Honeyback Harvester. A few here and there. Aw, cheers. Thanks, guys. Kept counting, would never announce in combat. That makes me feel a million times better, actually. Thank you. I was worried. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so 76 attempts. No luck, but we got the character right here now. So I'll take you out, and then I want to go check on my elemental souls and see if they're ready. So I also want to look at saved instances. Freehold. Okay, so I can see the 4 characters I've done for Freehold. I feel like this is going to, that list is going to get very, very... Also, didn't I do Freehold on my Evoker? Long. I could also probably stand to remove a bunch of stuff from that so that it doesn't have to load as many things. Because I have 17 characters I want to do that on. It's gonna take a minute. Organized cleanup. 30 else drives me nuts. From nuts, I thought I'd check on you. Oh, shucks. Just don't follow in my footsteps unless you really want to. Last time I got annoyed trying to organize and clean up 30 else, I deleted half of them. New video on Twitter. You'll have to tell me if it's any good. I have Twitter blocked on my PC. This one. That's right. So the T-Mog collecting changes are coming in War Within. Or with presumably the War Within pre-patch, assuming they're ready. Which would be maybe summer-ish? Tempting can't do, still need mouse. Alright, let's see. Any luck? Nope, no Death Spirit that time. Let's get ourselves another one. At least this way, we're not really worried about the Soul Inhaler cooldown. It's just like a flat 15 minutes. Bellamy, thank you very much for the 10-month resub. Appreciate it. Okay, put that over there, and then we'll get another Air Spirit as well. Something satisfying but the alt purge. It's like giving them retirement. I kind of hope that they make some changes to the character select screen in War Within that lets me... I know it would be a little bit too Windows file structure-y, but I wouldn't be mad at folders. You know, you could call them, like, rooms. Just being able to have a couple of different nested menus for your characters, because especially if you have, like, 50 characters. I don't have 50. I have 1770s and then a couple of, like, you know, names reserved. But if you had 50, I feel like the long scrolling single list is just awful. Ended up buying a lot of the jelly. Got it done in one day. I think that's the smart move. Yeah, you could call them clicks. You could call them all kinds of stuff. They should let me archive a character by sacrificing them on like the steps of a, I don't know, like a Zenchuli blood pyramid, and then have it give all of my characters like a, I don't know, a ghost. Let me haunt myself. Okay, any luck with the Gale Spirit? Not that time. I always aggro this one, so I'm just gonna kill it ahead of time. You wanna do the thing? Yeah, you wanna do the thing. Dokie. You could use realms as folders. I used to do that for at least Horde and Alliance. Back when you couldn't mail things back and forth between the factions, I had a completely separate Horde realm. I used to have my Horde on Hyjal, North America, and my Alliance on Lightbringer. But once I could kind of share gold, it didn't feel like it made a lot of sense for me to be active on 2 realms. What are we going for? So I'm kind of juggling 2 grinds. I'm trying Freehold for the Sharkbait mount. But I'm also doing, I'm also checking in on 2 characters that are parked by various elite elementals, with Zap Throttle Soul Inhalers trying for the Gale Spirit pet and the Dust Spirit pet. We farmed the Tide Spirit and the Blaze Spirit yesterday. We got both of them in one day. And they're only 2% drop rate, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Alright, I don't know if Petal Bloom unlocked anything in Orgrimmar, but I'm just going to assume that she did not, and I'm just going to take her via Veldrak. What is the staff you have that's one-shotting everything? On my Evoker, it's a trinket. That's a beacon from the Beyond. It was a trinket from the raid last season from Aberrus that just does an insane amount of damage on like a couple of minutes cooldown. It works good for that kind of thing. How many attempts do you have on shark bait? It's hard to say because I've had my rarity off for a lot of it. My current rarity count is somewhere in the range of 76, but that's not counting everything I did last season or like in BFA or all the expansions since. I would guess I'm probably... Actually, I couldn't guess. I wouldn't dare. Bacon, what a good trinket. Too good. Bacon was so funny because somebody always got themselves killed with it because somebody would always use it on pull. And it rips threat off of tanks if the tank hasn't really built up enough threat yet. Like, especially if a tank was just kind of like working on getting aggro on a couple of different things. And then you beacon something, it's going to come punch you if it didn't die. Or like, even bosses would get threat ripped off of them with like really first global beacons. Oh, lots of good deaths. Are you planning to grow your hair long again? I don't have any plans for that right now. But I don't plan a whole lot of things. I don't really know what's for lunch. I couldn't tell you many things about the future. I'm the opposite of a psychic. I have no ideas. Dead set of DPS dying on pull. Oh, there are so many different ways the DPS can light themselves on fire to help do more damage now. The corrupting rage potions and then these trinkets that like also light you on fire. As a healer, it's kind of fun to watch because you get to watch somebody do that and be like, well, if you die, it might be your fault. Opening rotation Mythic Plus with Fell Rush, Beacon, Shadow Melt. Love how each of your tunes has a different look and personality. I really like dressing them up. It's basically like having a bunch of dolls. This is just my grown-up adjacent version of playing with dolls and dressing them all up. Most of them are not terribly effective, but that's okay. She has 1,000-year pickled egg trinket. It's a healing trinket. It's a healing trinket from Brewfest with a haste proc on healing spells only. Oh, goodness. And then she's got season 2 greens. The power of the pickle would drive my guild crazy with the time Thief Gambit. Shadowbird death themselves to death, especially with the current season priest tier set bonus. It's very Shadowbird death heavy. It's so nice out here. I love the eagle, and I feel like the moose antlers on the eagle are the goofiest thing I've ever seen. I kind of wish I could take them off and just be the eagle. I don't mind like the jewelry and like the little saddle armor, although nobody's riding this form around, but like the moose antlers look like this eagle decided to dress up for Halloween. Having trouble choosing who will be in my showcase band. Level an army of horde mages, have my own little Kirin Tor one. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to kind of rotate whoever I'm playing most actively. Like anybody that's like currently playing in a season and actually gearing up versus all of like the farming characters, so to speak. How come I don't have one yet? How come anything that is red and yellow just makes me think of ketchup and mustard? Or McDonald's. Like, those are the two things that those colors mean to me and nothing else. Not sunrises, not parrots, not Rio. Ketchup and mustard. Dungeon difficulty mythic. There we go. Thought of trying HPAL for keys. Not really. Keys this season, I've done some amount of... I did a tiny bit of Blood DK. I did Holy Priest, Resto Druid, and BM Hunter. And I feel like I don't know about done enough. I was going to try Mistweaver maybe a little bit if I get that character leveled up. But the collecting bug has bitten me once again. So I don't know. I think I might be kind of done with the season. Let's see if I can stealth buy this stuff. Without getting in combat. Because if you're not in combat with them, they won't yoink you back. See, burgers are amazing. Favorite Druid spec is Resto, followed by Guardian. Followed by Feral, and then Balance is like at the very bottom because I'm awful at it. Even on Barnacles, who has gear, and I like looked up her spec and I like looked up how to use it, I still can't make anything happen with balance, and at this point I don't want to try. Sometimes you're just allergic to a speck. Favorite food at McDonald's? Hash browns. I don't actually get anything else. Dad bought my niece a hot dog toaster that warms 2 hot dogs and 2 rolls, shaped exactly like a regular toaster. She's 12. I couldn't stop laughing. Pretty sure it's going senile. I mean, that sounds very cute, I think. Wait, so like it toasts the hot dog too? Questions. Okay. Doesn't help that this character doesn't exactly have any gear or her bars done in any particular order. Well, at least she's not dying. That's something. Oh, I've completed some daily quests. How? I'll never know. And I'm pretty sure this is still faster than Anthus. Perfect gift for a preteen. Had 2 holes for 2 hot dogs, 2 slots for 2 buns. That's so cute. Any luck? No. Oh, that achievement pop-up scared me, but that's not it. That's just, apparently she'd never done Freehold before. Misbalance before the Eclipse mechanic throws me off still. Yeah. I play balance for about a half an hour every 2 years, and every time it's completely back to front different. And then I refuse to spend enough time with it to figure out what's going on, so I just write the whole thing off as too hard for me and I leave. Do you consider achievements as collections or just rewards? I don't pursue achievements for their own sake. I'm not like an achievement points collector, but they just kind of happen incidentally while I'm farming other stuff. They don't really mean anything to me on their own. They have to be tied to like something else I want, like a mount or a pet or a toy or a title. Got shark bait in like 5 attempts. Nice! Okay, I've got 31,000 achievement points because a lot of the things that I do farm kind of come with achievements or you just kind of get them by accident, but whenever someone says that I should do something because there's an achievement, I usually don't do it. If I ever run out of stuff to farm and I start farming achievement points, that's going to be when it's all over. Oh, this isn't even ready for another 4 minutes. Well, that was a fast mount run. Do I want to hang out in this character for 4 minutes, or do I want to do something? 4 minutes isn't very long. I could probably clean up my bags for 4 minutes. Let's see, we've got some grays. I don't know, she uses this stuff. What is this? Oh yeah, that's right, I bought a socket item. And I can't bring myself to actually socket any of her gear. This is my main. Because my helmet is a hero track helmet. My bracers already have a socket and they're hero track. I have a ring that came with a socket because it was crafted, and then a hero track ring. And then my belt already has a socket. My myth belt has a socket already. So like, the only things I could use it on would be pieces that are hero track, and I really want to, if I'm going to use the item that I spent a whole vault on, I want it to be on a myth item, but I don't have any myth items that are waiting for sockets, so like, better to farm Razon's Rise for the Courser. You can make that argument, but, no. I don't want to. I'm not convinced that that's better because I don't think it's faster to do. I don't know what the drop rate is. I've never seen one drop for me or anybody else. Other people seem to see them drop, but I've never seen it. And then there's more than one mount that I need as well. And I feel like the Freehold mount is actually like a pretty comfortable farm. It's like not the worst thing ever to get to. You can run through the whole instance on a mount. I would almost rather get the Freehold mount, and then if I did get a Courser to drop, have that give me the King's Arrest mount, because that one's annoying. Especially if you don't want to like reset your lockout. Said got a shark bait from Dawn of the Infinites. Never imagined getting one, let alone getting shark bait from it. Guess you have to get something from it. Nice. Is there a list anywhere of everything that the Quantum Courser can drop? I want to look at that list. Quantum Courser. Wowhead must have a list. Brains of the Quantum Courser. And then comments. The current list of possible mounts you can obtain. Okay. I want to take a look at this list and figure out if I did theoretically get a Quantum Courser, which things could it do I have basically already? So I have this. I have that. I have the Magister's Terrace Grind. I have the Scotty the Ruthless one. I have the Northwind Drake. I have the Vitreous Stone Drake. I have the Rizashi Raptor. I have the Zulian Panther. I have the Infinite Time Reaver. I have Midnight. I don't have Sharkbait. That's what we're farming. I don't have the King's Rest mount. That's the other one we're talking about. I have the Krog Harness. I have the Peacekeeper. These two. I'm also missing these two. I don't have the Necrotic Wake mount, and I don't have the Celia Draught Gear Glider. I have the hard mode one, but not that one. So there are 4 mounts that I could get. And I think of those 4, the Freehold one is the easiest one to farm. So I would like to get that one the old-fashioned way, I think. If you're a mount collector, have every dungeon mount, you get nothing! Oh. So like no BFA raid mounts or anything. Only dungeon mounts, okay. Alrighty, how we doing? Another 24 seconds. Do you plan on doing the Dream/Amirdrasil Raider? Achievements? I feel like we're doing an achievement run next week on Thursday. Like with my guild, just off stream. Unless you mean something else. Hate how you can't really solo the Necrotic Wake mount. Alright. Any luck? 1 Death Spirit, please. Nope, not that. Missing the Freehold, King's Rest, Wake, Mech and Gun mount. Wonder if it's worth farming Necrotic Wake 0 yet. I haven't tried. But I think I have lots to keep myself busy with. I'm really motivated right now to just work my collections. I want to make them good. Just my pet and my mount collections. I'm not too fussed about the rest of them. But for pets and mounts, I want as many as I can. And then I guess transmog. But like getting all the transmog is kind of a big ask. I suppose I have time. We're a streamer. We are collectively one single streamer, right? we can make it work. We got time. This one. I've got a hero track alt item. Same as, or vault item, same as what I had, but a few levels up. Is it worth taking to save the upgrade fund? I would take the token because at that point, like, it's much easier to get a couple of crests to upgrade a piece of gear and some flight stones than it is to get like a socket. Especially if you need sockets on your loot. So this is 16 seconds and then we can see if we got the Gale Spear from that last one. Gonna go crazy on transmog once warbands let me get anything. Yeah, I think so too. I think the time is gonna be ripe for a War Within Druid speed set. I think might be just the thing. Okay. Oh, 9 attempts on that one. Hello? Are you upset with me? What did I do? Uh-oh. Did I finish it? I did. Nice. Okie dokie, that would make it time for, well, for a break, but also maybe for another, I almost harked out of there, for another Freehold run. And I think the other ones, I think Petal Blue might have been the farthest out character, so I might be able to do some faster, like maybe 2 mount runs between each thing. But I will be right back. Alright, let's see if we can crank in a couple of, it's the wrong year. Couple of attempts on Freehold before our Soul Inhaler thing comes back up. Janahita, thank you very much for the 46-month resub. Happy New Year. Wishing you and your family luck, happiness, and health. Thank you very much. Once she gets more wigs to really confuse people, Hazel should go on break, come back with a completely different hairstyle and color. Yeah, I really like this one. I feel like this one's really cute. I almost don't want to wear anything else. I'm using which character? Shall Barnacles go? Yes, Barnacles shall go. It's Barnacles' turn. Now he has some gear. So let's stick him into balance. And he can just fly from Borella, so it'll be much faster. Sharing where you bought it? Amazon. It was about 20 bucks. It was pretty... It's a costume wig. It's not like a super crazy nice one or anything. They have come a long way in the last 15 years since the last time I purchased inexpensive wigs. I think it looks nicer on camera than it does in person. It looks nice enough in person, but it's like, it's pretty clear it's a wig. It's not like a... I'm not trying to fool anybody into thinking this is actually my hair. We're going to Boralus is what we're doing, so we need to go up the stairs first. Looks nice. Oh, thank you. Do you think they let evokers play other classes? Drakthir? Yeah, I think eventually. I don't know when, but I would be very surprised if they didn't eventually give them like warriors and mages, because people have wanted melee Drakthir and like tanking Drakthir for ages, and I feel like warrior would just be a super easy way to let that happen. That wig combined with premium Inksy gameplay reminds me of watching you back in BFA. Am I on Warcraft Pets? Curious about your battle pet collection. I am on Warcraft Pets, but I don't think I've updated my collection in a long time. My Simple Armory has my pet collection as well. Inksy is the name of my main, but I don't think I've... I think I'm Hazelnutty Games at Warcraft Pets. I'm going to Boralus, that's right. Have to look. My profile icon is the Green Wing Macaw because that was my very favorite first ever pet. Shami Drakthir would be nice too. Yeah, I don't think anything else is going to get Evoker, but I think Drakthir could get some other classes. There's this one. What else would they get aside from Mage and Warrior and then I guess maybe Shaman? Certainly not. I feel like no Warlock, Paladin, Druid. I guess Rogue is fine. What else does everybody have? Everybody has Rogue. Everybody has Hunter. You can let anybody be a Hunter. Priest. Yeah, everybody has Priest. Man, Drakthir Priest would feel weird. I mean, if you could do it totally in Visage form, that would actually be really cool. If playing a Drakthir in other classes didn't force you into your Drakthir form. Drakthir Death Knights! Yeah. Hope they stay in Visage. I feel like I want to re-mog my Drakthir Visage form. I've liked her mog for a while, but she's been wearing the same one for like a whole patch, and I want her to play dress up. Alright, I think we do one run in Barnacles, and then we should maybe have another pair of elementals ready. I haven't really been keeping an eye on the time. Hover is Evoker. Hover is specific to Evoker. The knockback and the knock up, the tail swipe and the wing buffet. The pantomime was necessary. The tail swipe and the wing buffet are the wing buffet are both specific to the race and not the class. I want them to be able to wear Mog in their Drakthir form. Give Visage form to humans. I know a lot of people would like for their Visage form options to be open up to basically all of the race options. Basically let Drakthir choose a Visage that is any race. So you could be like a Drakthir with a gnome Visage or a Drakthir with like a orc Visage or like whatever. I love a good buffet. Raid difficulty. Mythic. Dungeon difficulty. Mythic. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Both of those things were also in the class tree. Seems they're looking to buff Hover into a blink in the hero talents. Alright. We gotta scoot through to the end here. I like this travel form a lot. I don't know if it like matches Barnacles, but I guess I don't know that it doesn't. I have to farm 1 Dreamsaber cat form and then 1... Well, no, just a cat form, really. I mean, I would love a flight form, but let's not expect too much from ourselves here. Only if Gnome Visage comes with tiny dragon form. Whelp form. Tauren Visage, like my bud Ebonhorn. What about goblins, like, that one from the Badlands? Rheastraza, that's what her name was, right? She was, like, babysitting Rathian's egg or something? I don't know why I remember that quest line so much. I think I just ended up doing it a lot way back in the day. I just somehow ended up questing in the Badlands back when you had to quest through, like, a ton of different zones to get enough experience. Why am I still stealthed? Well, that's not necessary. I got some greens. Collected from another item. I could actually put that on and learn it. Learn from this item. Nothing like item IDs. Alright. Yeah, at least he's got the gear to just make this happen. So supposedly attempt 78. And then I'll leave him out here for now, although I might want to do Keys and Barnacles this week. I don't know. I can't decide if I'm retired or not. I love how the full moon crashed into the one mob that was by itself. Soul Inhaler is a dragonflight engineering thing that I'm using to farm pets. There's 2 pets that I need from it still. I need to update that add-on list. I think it's still... I don't know if I ever tacked pre-made group finder onto it, but that's a really good one. Alright, let's see. See if our cooldown's up here. I don't know how long I'm going to wear this Mog for, because I feel like the poor girl's cold. But, you know, she's just fancy. I'm trying to get my money's worth out of these long gloves and the watch. Not money, time's worth. It's just the goblins that say time is money. Alright. 72 seconds. Okay, I can wait for 72 seconds. We've only done how many Freehold tries have we done today? Where is saved instances? Oh, I need a mini-map button bag again. Or I need to turn off a couple mini-map buttons. I do not need a mini-map button for DPM. I have never needed that. I also think I can probably just uninstall Mythic Dungeon Tools. I don't use it. I thought I was going to use it for a second when I was tanking and I was like, I need to look up roots, and then I didn't look up any roots. Let's just get rid of that. I don't use it. What else? Tome of Teleportation is important. Simcraft. I feel like I use chat commands for both of those. I don't really need the button. There it is. Is that saved instances? Or is that something else? That might be rarity, actually. Plater, details. Plan of farming the Abyss Worm. Abyss Worm, yes. Shackled Urzel, not unless they change, ENR. I don't have the ENR skip, and I don't really want to... It's kind of annoying to do. Alright, any luck? No, 19 attempts to disappear. I think the Shackled Urzel is probably one of the mounts that I'm most resistant to wanting to farm. So we fear, and then we soul and heal. Get another one, and then we go check in on the air spirit. Heading out. See you later, Mr. Sonic Gen. If you're ever on late at night, have the ENR skip my main, you're welcome to tag along on. Aw, thank you. I don't know why I'm being so stubborn about it. I have a friend that has it as well, and I've just refused. I feel like I want to be able to do it myself, but I can't do it myself, so I would rather... I'm throwing, you know, just school bus of the children out with bathwater here. We're grabbing this character, that's right. Ten seconds. Usually, 9 times out of 10, if I'm talking about something, about a friend having something, 9 times out of 10 it's Flabby. Both because, not because Flabby's my only friend, although, but mostly because Flabby has everything. Any luck? Nope. 10th attempt. Let us get another. Should keep an eye on my, No! Ugh. Alright, I gotta kill 40 seconds here. There are more Colossi, but I like that one. Sometimes I can get away with doing that on pull, and sometimes I can't. I've got 17 soul cages. We're not out of those anytime soon. The wristwatch transmog is from filling the trading post bar this particular month. If you do that in January, you'll get the mobile timepiece mog. What if I make the same mistake twice? Normally it works. There we go. Stick that over there, and let's go do another Freehold run. Little Mermaid Trove levels of WoW stuff. As a Demon Hunter main since Legion, there's 2 things I want. To fly using my wings, and Murloc Demon Hunter. I really enjoyed in Dragonflight, in the first 2 seasons when I was an Evoker main, using the Blubbery Muffins so that I could Tuskar it up. Yeah, let's use this character. Also, I love having this Bruffalon pet out because it makes my character loading screen so funny. I hope they never fix this. Yeah, I enjoyed being a Tuskar Evoker because you can deep breath as a Tuskar Evoker with the Blubbery Muffin, and your Tuskar just like hovers into the air, kicks his little feet, and then the fire comes out from underneath his nose, like through his whiskers and tusks. It's great. All right, to Borealis. Skeleton is canon, so there's at least one Murloc DH. Although I don't think I'm going to get to leave her here. I'm sure I'll end up wanting to do at least 1 key. I don't know, I just get into and out of things in phases. I've gone the wrong way. This isn't what I mean to do at all. Take me back, take me back! Do you think we're going to get playable Murlocs or Naga first? Or neither ever? My vote is on Naga, but that's just because Copium, I want them. I feel like having playable Naga would be really cool. If Mechanomes and Drakthir don't wear pants, I don't see why we can't play Naga. Neither. All right, I'm taking down all the names of the non-believers. I'm stashing up for an I told you so one day if I'm right. You guys are no fun. I want Naga so bad, but I don't think they'll do it. We didn't do The Sethrak race? Yeah, but I feel like Naga would be way more popular than Sethrak would be. People, like, a couple people wanted Sethrak. But I feel like it's just like 5 people that, like, talk about it a lot. Or just, like, wanted it for the sake of, symmetry because Horde got Volpera. So they just want the, sort of, like, the opposite race of Sethrak to be available. Surprised they never did Ogre. A bit nervous at the rumors that the spider people... Oh, the Nerubians, yeah. They had it all right there. I love snakes, I'm sorry. How do you mog legs for Naga? How do you mog legs for Mechanomes? Just because it can't be done doesn't mean they won't do it. Mechanomes and Evoker or Drakthir in their Drakthir form both don't wear pants. Yeah, you just don't. They would have shoulders and chest pieces and helmets, cloaks, gloves, bracers, belts. You just don't do pants. People thought the Shadowlands Covenant races would be playable. I was kind of figuring they would add at least the Venthyr because I just thought they would do vampires at some point, but I suppose you could take any kind of a Blood Elf or Void Elf and, like, kind of, you know, customize it into sort of a Sand Lane. Mechanomes do not put legs on over their robot legs. They can put skirts on over them. If it's a kilt or a dress or a robe, those can cover it. But if it is pants, they get kind of a Speedo situation. Naga legs can wear most mogs. He uses a tube dress. Been in the files since I want to say BFA. Yeah, that's my secret copium hope is that they eventually let us play Naga. I think it would be awesome, and I think it's more likely than you guys think. I don't know anything. I'm just kind of hoping. All right, I'm going to dungeon difficulty, raid difficulty, dungeon difficulty. Okay, good. I'm gonna lose my sound alerts in a minute here because I have not charged my earbuds lately, so they were only at 80% when we started, but that's okay. We don't really need sound. Just trying to keep an eye on the sub alerts. That would be so much work. I'm sure you have a rock solid and exacting idea of exactly how much work any particular thing would be for them to develop an ad. We'll get Naga, it'll be in midnight, uniting all the elves and all that.
Watch your step.
What other humanoids are in the game that we don't play? Ethereals. People have been asking for ethereals for, like, since TBC. Those ones have been on the request list for a really long time. I kind of thought that Tazavesh would have been when they would have maybe looked into that. They kind of worked more into that. Arakoa, Furble, Sprikel. The broken. Leper gnomes. Definitely different than regular gnomes. Got my breeze biter. Do not wish that grind on anybody. Congratulations. Trade shot in my realm was drooling over playable nulls the other day. Oh, man. I love the null voice lines. The new null models look great, but I would be surprised if they made them playable. Maybe I just don't have a good enough read on what the people want. I just get very flattered every time they call me clever meat. It's like, thank you. I try.
Enrage.
I wanted Jinyu for a hot
Phase 2.
minute in Mop, but I feel like I let go of
Phase
that. I would
3.
take Naga before Jinyu if I was going to have some kind of a fishy race. Knowing Blizzard, they would skip Jinyu and Naga and Sethrak and be like, did you guys want Gilblins? Can I interest you in a goblin that is a different shade of green with gills? Yeah, Gilblins could be just a customization. I would love the Bugs and War Within, not counting on it. Scale of 1 to 10. How stoked are you guys? Personal, individual opinion. Scale of 1 to 10. Where's your excitement level for Earthen? Kind of curious. I want to see the spread. 8's 4, 3's 0, negative 10. Couple of 8's, 110. A lot of sub 5's. Yeah. A lot of 1s through 3's, and then a couple of people that are like, yeah! I'm happy for people that are happy. I think I'm at like a 4. Just because I feel like my dwarf needs were met by regular dwarves and all their customizations, and then also dark iron dwarves. But I am happy for people that are happy. I don't think I need to do this yet, right? I think we're ready for we can do another quick freehold run. Now the dwarf happy for people that want it though. Ladies can have beards. 4 only high because they can play on horde. Yeah. Horde dwarves are a disgrace. Don't want to yuck anybody's yum. Mm-hmm. Your undead's cool looking. Why, thank you. Oh yeah. You ever want to go back in time to Shadowlands? I feel like I adjusted my monitor brightness through Shadowlands for how much time I spent out here. Oh look, I get 23 polished pet charms. Hang on. I need to get 23 more. TLDR, turn it on. Miss my tables. They're still there. They don't give as much gold, but they're still good if you need anima or if you need pet charms. Pet charms first, followed by anima. There you go. Why not? Okay, Freehold. Freehold. Let's go to Stormwind Borealis and then fly. Seems good. I don't have a Freehold port in this character or anything, do I? I think it's just the Evoker that can port to Freehold. This character has ports to Shadowlands dungeons. I have all 8 of the Shadowlands dungeon ports in this character, and they do me no good. I need all those ports to be account-wide. Oh, I'd have to go to Oribos first, wouldn't I? Human Priest Transmog is gorgeous. Oh, my thank you. Do you think in the next couple expansions they'll let us be spirit healers? Oh, man. Yeah, this is, I mean, I've always loved this robe. I feel like people have, like, gotten married in cosplays of that robe, and I think it's a beautiful model. And then she's got shoulders. Are those unmogged? Do they just look like that? The shoulders just look like that. I guess I got the shoulders, then I, like, put together a mog to go with it. Stormwind Portal should be... Oh, no, it's out in the terrace, that's right. I could have used a teleport cloak and done this much faster, but don't mind me. Is it? No. Oh, I'm awful at this. Oh, I don't even have a teleport cloak. Okay, we're gonna have to remember. we're gonna have to do some Shadowlands remembering. There are ports. They must be out there on that side. That's got to be it. They become BOA next X pack. Yeah. It was not abundantly clear to me how retroactive it's going to be. So I'm hoping that it goes like all the way back to all of the old Mythic Plus dungeon portals, but I couldn't swear to you on my life that that's going to be true. Priests just have some of the best tier sets. Yeah, I agree. Hey, hi, hello, welcome, howdy, meowdy. I saw Flabby hit a random dungeon pug with a meowdy, and I thought of you. It was good. Borealis, that's right. Hell yeah. Is my bread baking yet? I can't smell it. I should be. It should be ready in like an hour. I think I timed it so that it would be ready basically right when my stream ends. I set up a loaf in the bread machine. This way. How y'all been? Unless it exploded. It's Schrodinger's bread machine. It may or may not. There's really no reason to think it would explode. I feel like many things in life don't explode. You can't just wait for things to explode. Light bulbs, pressure cookers. squeaky toys kind of bread. Home style white bread. It's the very first recipe in the very beginning of my bread machine bread recipes cookbook that I got. And I'm gonna try to work my way through it. Left to right, front to back, start to finish. Temper. What if exploding made it more delicious? Prepare for worst, hope for best. In minor successes from yesterday, all those plants that I showed you that I said I was going to water, I did. I watered all of them. They're all happier, and I put them all back. I was looking at the little mini plants at the store when I went shopping last night, but I didn't bring one home because I do have a vacant spot in my home now for a plant. But the problem is the reason that spot is vacant is because now that the heat's kicked up for the winter, the heater cooked it. And there isn't really another good spot near a window to put another one, so I think that empty pot's just going to hang out and wait for the foreseeable future. Going to try not to torment another plant to a slow roasting by indoor heater. No, yeah. Sometimes tragedies strike. Dungeon difficulty mythic. Does it make great bread? Is the extra love missing from it? I was kind of buying my bread from a grocery store, and I wasn't really feeling the love with the pre-bagged off-the-shelf loaves that are like $7 each. Not that the bread ingredients are all that cheap either. But, yeah, if you're comparing it to handmade artisan bread, it's probably not going to stand up. But if you're comparing it to, you know, like the bread that I was actually eating, fresh bread's real good. Or get a cactus. Yeah, love comes from measuring the ingredients, adding them in the correct order, checking on the dough maybe once when it's kneading up to make sure it's coming in at the right consistency. Because sometimes you might need to add a little extra flour or water to make sure that your dough's right. But yeah, it's amazing because you can program it just like you could like a coffee maker or a rice cooker to, if you wanted to, with the right thing, as long as there's not like dairy or whatever in it, you could like set it up the night before and then schedule it so that it wakes you up with fresh bread. So you can be sleeping in on your day off or whatever, and then you crawl out of bed on your Saturday morning and there's like the smell of fresh bread in your kitchen and nobody's even up yet. That's incredible. I feel like that's the true magic of living in the future. There any American fast food chains you don't have there that you miss? I would have said Panera, except that Panera betrayed me by taking my favorite sandwich off the menu and replacing it with an abomination of a grilled mac and cheese. So they're dead to me. Failing that, I discovered, of all things, Taco Bell in like the last 3 months or so that I lived in the States. I lived in the States for 7 years, and in the last 3 months I discovered Taco Bell. And now we don't have Taco Bell here. We have Taco Time. It's not exactly the same. There is a Taco Bell on the island, but it's like hours away, and also apparently it's always closed. Like it doesn't seem like you would be able to get food from there very reliably. That is the only one that I would really say. Cork, thank you very much for the 36-month resub. What machine is this? Just a bread machine. Nothing crazy fancy. Taco Bell is nice for all the veg options. Taco Bell was just the thing when it was like 11 at night and I was like feeling like a hungry degenerate and I just wanted to like play games and eat some food. For whatever reason, it actually sat really well with me. Like it wasn't super greasy compared to a lot of things that I could get, which is bizarre because it's like, I don't know. I feel like the meme with Taco Bell is that it will upset your stomach, but it never did that with me. I'm farming for the shark bait mount from Mythic Freehold. All right, 38 gold. And we're gonna teleport her out and then go check on our Soul Inhaler elementals. Madam Rachel, thank you very much for the 10-month resub. Hazel, happy New Year! Finally back after the holidays. Hope you had a good break too. Loving new hair. Why? Thank you. Quick bite for dinner or 3 a.m. We have a Taco Bell in Cambridge near me in the UK. Yeah, ours is supposedly in Nanaimo, but it's going to take more than that to make me go to Nanaimo. I have a really unfair grudge against that city. Raid difficulty, dungeon difficulty. We're leaving. We're leaving. But I feel like if I'm ever craving Taco Bell too hard, it's just a sign that I need to just like refry some beans. You can get Nanaimo bars here. You can get them a variety. My mom made me Nanaimo bars, and I have some extras in my freezer. You can make them. I was buying Nanaimo bars in Oregon. You don't gotta go to Nanaimo for that. What am I doing? I'm checking on my elementals. I'm just bitter because I lived in Nanaimo in a couple places in my life, and it just was never nice for me. It's not really the fault of the city. It was just circumstances, I suppose. What did Nanaimo do to you? It was the setting of places, things that I didn't like, basically. All right, do we have this? Any luck? No way. I am the luckiest person. We have gotten 3 of the 4 of these within 2 days. That's wild. These are not super common drop rates. People do this hundreds of times. We only need 1 more. We just need the air spirit. I'm gonna move Inksy over to the air spirit. That's crazy. Been farming this thing forever. All right, so we have Drippy the Tide Spirit, Toasty the Blaze Spirit. I think my Dust Spirit, I'm going to name it. Grimy. Anything's cute. He's dirty. And we're heading out to the Onaran Plains. I bet you I can take a fast travel point there. Where's the nearest one? Where's these purple things? Maybe there? Kevin! Pets are bigger than your gnome. Grimy sounds like another gnome priest. Grimy would be like a gnome. Well, no, Ripsy's my gnome rogue. Dusty. I thought a Dusty. I think I have a Dusty already. I think I must have. Yeah, Dusty is my Dustite. We already named a pet Dusty this patch. I don't want to double up on him. Dustin. I feel like I went to school with a bunch of Dustins. It must have been a popular name amongst my demographic. Now you jinxed it. The last one will take weeks. I think that's entirely possible. I almost kind of hope that it does, just because I don't feel like I've earned these. I feel like this is damaging my cred as a farmer of rare dropped items if they just drop for me all easy like this, you know? Like, where's the anguish? Where's the angst? Where's the people telling me to check my bank just in case I got it and then forgot that I got it and then put it in my bank and forgot about it? You know, did we really earn it? What is suffering? We are, oh, I am almost in the right place. Nearly. Dustin is adorable. Dustbuster. Is it all the way at the top here? Don't mind me. I don't think I'm really qualified to drive this thing. It is at the top. Okay. So we're scooting all the way over here. Tama's Dragonflight Helper is the name of that Weekora. Oh. I didn't mean to open that. Closing tabs all over the place. Tama's Dragonflight Helper. I was just going to type the name of it. I imagine Google would send you to a Waggo page of some description. All right. The alarm. Killed Sarkareth for our evoker so many times we were concerned that he somehow hadn't noticed he'd gotten it already. The paranoia like always creeps in whenever it's been too long without something farming. Yeah, the teleport pads, you have to unlock them. You have to unlock them with what? Dragon Scale Expedition reputation, but once you've done that, all of your characters can use them. The unlocks are account wide. Is there a way to check a broken quest? Stuck on the heritage quest. The only thing I usually do is I punch the name of whichever quest I'm stuck on into Wowhead to see if the comments have any ideas. That's usually my best bet. Okay. So I should be, yeah, cooldown's all ready to grab another one. I might need to actually find a different elite to camp just because if I'm doing this back to back on 2 characters and I'm on the same shard, might have killed it already. Okay. I did buy the 1.2 million gold beetle. And I felt delicious. I felt so fancy doing it. Oops. Okay. I want to start with a psychic scream. I want to open with a fear in this thing, just to make sure it's not going to kick my cast before I'm finished. And make sure that's on the Colossus. Very good. Nice. Okay, so we have an Airy Soul, and we can loot that in another 15 minutes. The other thing I would try if the quest is in any zones that have any kind of Zidormi phasing is try toggling the Zidormi state of the zone to whatever the other one is, just to see if that helps. Sometimes there can be weird time period phasing in zones like Tirisfal, but not a guarantee. Just an idea. What are we doing? We are getting back to finding another Freehold attempt. I'm going to have to do the math to figure out how much gold I need to buy the rest of the items off that vendor. And then figure out how I'm going to make all that gold before August. Because I would love to have, even though a lot of it is stuff I don't think I would necessarily use, I would love to just kind of have all of it done so that I don't ever feel like I have to fight on the BMOB for unobtainable items. Because once they hit the BMOB, that's going to be the only source for them. Raw gold farm challenge, go! That would be kind of fun, actually, just to, like, see how, like, make that into a challenge where you're not allowed to, at least on that character, sell the things. Well, no, you'd use multiple characters, wouldn't you? You'd have to find some way to track specifically the raw gold and not anything that you're getting and selling or trading or crafting or whatever. What am I doing? So we've done Freehold on these two. Inksy actually hasn't done it yet, but that's a later problem. We did these. It's her turn. And I think she is right there. Farming ZG. If I was raw gold farming, I think I would start, I mean, I don't know about farming like 200k this way. It's a lot of dragon races, but I would probably start with gold world quests and dragon races, and I would probably get more efficient and talented at all those gold world quests and dragon races over time, right? Just doing them on a bunch of characters? I don't know, it sounds kind of... I feel like I would tap out of it pretty quite fast. Barnaclus's helmet is the Forest Lord's antlers from an Emerald Dream achievement, I believe. So, you do this. I thought that this character was... Oh, you know what? She got teleported back to her Hearthstone location. I needed to zone them out. I thought if I left them in the instance, they would get teleported out to their... I thought they would get teleported out to... Sorry, we're going up the stairs. Like the graveyard, but it turns out it sticks them back to the Hearthstone. How about farming goats? Potion of Luck in the Valley of Four Winds. Is that good gold making? If it is, I would hate to spoil your secret to the masses, you know. I find the roller quest tedious after a while. I think that I would start out very hot on them, and then I would be like, well, what if I could just, like, farm herbs? What if... Maybe I should just craft a couple of flasks, and then before you know it, I'm back to doing alchemy. It's like every time I restart a Stardew Valley playthrough, being like, this time, I'm gonna focus on this thing. And then, like, I inevitably spec the exact same way and grow the exact same crops every single time. People who have 20 alts do every gold world quest every time they're up are pretty rich. How long would that take, though? I feel like the move would be to do that thing where you get most of the gold world quests in the Dream Surge zone most of the way done on like a lot of characters, and then you camp out for that magpie buff, and then you log in and you just go bing 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 and just like finish, you know, like finish a bunch of world quests that are like 90% completed while that buff is up to really maximize. I mean, it wouldn't be as good, assuming that it's true that they nerfed it. I don't know why people would lie to me about that. Sad. Me every time I try to play WoW again. Start key, tilt, right log. Just got the Nalic mount. Congratulations. I have a feeling I'm going to start War Within with no gold at all. I'm going to start War Within with the seed gold of like 15 copper and my dreams in my pocket. I'm going to spend everything on cosmetics or whatever. Because what about the new raw gold farming and the war with it? I know you make way more gold if you have gold to invest, but like, I don't have to like it. Yeah, I like starting from scratch. It's my favorite. There's 64.33 from World Quest up plus the dragon races, which is way more than I would have thought. So if I opened up a calculator, and I did, forget the dragon races, just those world quests on my 17 level 70s. I could, if I did all of the gold world quests on all of my characters, get 110k gold. However, that would take like days, right? I did buy the 1.2 million gold mount. Why have seed money when I can treat myself? What if we just need to be fabulous now? Making a good amount of gold in Isle of Dorados jelly farming. Yeah, there's always going to be something. Dungeon difficulty mythic. And this time when I'm done, I'm going to park her outside the instance. Time to send the spreadsheet again. Yeah. Feast on every character. I've been meaning to try that just to see if I can get lucky. It sounds like a good idea. Because imagine you get like two, you know, flavor pockets to drop, and then you're like, well, I could have spent like 20 hours doing world quests, or I guess it depends on how long it takes to do all those world quests. A lot of it would have to be travel time, right? Just traveling around the Dragon Isles and to the Zerla Caverns and to the Emerald Dream, doing all those different world quests. That's like, you know, a lot. I think I could get into gold making, but only if I wasn't also currently at the moment into collecting. I want to do Council of Captains for a chance at this gun, is what I want to do. I still need this Captain's Diplomacy thing. Don't mind me dropping my frenzy stacks. Everything's fine. Hope you get them out. Cute hair. Why, thank you. No power here today. Not able to work. Sucks, but I get to spend some time here with everyone. Sometimes it's just like, oh, we got the gun. Nice. I needed that transmog. Sometimes it's nice just to have like a universe-enforced bit of rest. It's like the excuse of, well, that there's, you know, we can't be doing anything. May as well take a break. I'm gonna also learn that item ID. There we go. Cool. Any tips for getting rid of a cough? Fluids and sleep is usually my go-to. Stay home, drink a lot of water and like some hot herbal teas, maybe with a little bit of honey, and get as much sleep as your body will let you, your body and your schedule will let you have. And then when you're not sleeping, assuming your schedule will allow it, just take it real easy. I know it sounds like the laziest thing ever, but at least for me and my immune system, I have been able to shake almost any set of sniffles that I've been able to get within like 2.5, 3 days maybe tops. Whereas back when I used to just kind of like grind and push through it and go to school and work and everything anyways, you know, like in my youth, I would stay sick for weeks. Any luck? Nope, not that time. But this time I'm gonna teleport outside and log out so that we'll have a nice fast attempt after this. Got sick after the holidays also. We all got a cold at home. A lot of tea, eating cough drops. What add-on do you use for transmog collecting? I have all the things, and Can I Mog It are the two that I really couldn't live without. I want all the transmog. I'm missing so many things. I'm gonna real quick. We can do. I feel like she's gonna have to. Oh, I left her logged in inside the instance. I'm gonna have to take her all the way back out. Oh, let's check on. I'm gonna check on my timer real quick. For leveling through the Dragon Isle 60 to 70, honestly, what I did was I spec'd Resto. You could also do this as Guardian, and I spammed Dungeon Queued. If you want a quest, then you can do Feral or Boomkin, but I won't have any advice for you. I'm terrible at both of them. I ended up spamming dungeons. Okay, so this has got another 6 minutes left to go, so I suppose I can spend 6 minutes moving another character towards Freehold. Spartacus, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Yeah, I guess you could also, that's a good point. You could spec Guardian and you could level, you can totally spec Guardian and then level by questing in Guardian, and you will be fairly safe, and you can also do like big AoE pulls. People like doing that a lot. Okay, so I have a bad feeling I'm going to log into this and it's going to teleport her back to Veldraken. Because I didn't take her out of the instance. I should have known. I thought it might happen, but I was just kind of hoping I was wrong. Woke up today with a crazy voice. Oh man, Veldraken. Okay. Maybe this character unlocked. I'm never going to remember which character unlocked BFA. I'll just fly from Durellus? Durelius and Associates? Fly from Drustvar. Am I ready to watch Durelius and Associates again? It's still on YouTube, right? Missed that. Okay. Imagine if I can get the Gale Spirit today. I'll have to pick a new pet grind after that. My pet collection's doing pretty good. We are, I am at... How many pets do we have? 1,701. Are those all unique pets? Let me see. Those are all unique pets. I have 1,701. They're all unique. I need to do... Oh yeah, we need to do the satchels, the community rumor satchels for Tobias. That's very important. That's an extremely cute puppy. This drops the Teardrop Moth and another one drop from rares in the Zerlik Caverns. I've kind of... Yeah, Aquapo. I've kind of like put that off for now. I was farming it a little bit earlier, but I want to wait until I can at least comfortably solo them. So maybe a next expansion thing. What else do we have? We're waiting on the World Quest for Blulu. I'm going to probably try and actually do that properly next time. This is honor level bajillion. We're not going to worry about that. That is an old promotion pet. Can I hide the promo pets? Let me see. Favorite filters. Sorcerer, maybe? No. Oh well. What else are we missing? Oh yeah, Sergeant Quackers is an achievement pet that my guild has promised me we're working on. I mean, they didn't promise me specifically, but I'm pretty sure we're doing that next week on Thursday. He has a little sword and a little shield, and you get him by having everybody be a duck underneath this Sergeant Quackers NPC in the Council of Dreams room. Very excited about that. That's important. Gurgle I could just go get. This achievement has been evading me ever since they added it. I feel like this pet is not in yet. Is it? Don't let the dough hit you on the way out. What is that from? How do I get that? Oh no, it is in. It's another achievement pet. Defeat Lairdar with Ivy extinguished and alive on normal or higher. So that's another achievement. So hopefully I'll get that on Thursday too. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, little dude's just lonely. And then Gurgle we can just kind of go get. That's not too bad. Gale Spirit's what we're farming for in the Unarn Plains. And then I think the rest of these are just old promo pets that I don't have, right? And Blulu and then Aquapo. Yeah, we're almost caught up on pets. Quackers is awesome. The deer is buggy. Keep her healed during the raid. Is she always there? Could I just like do that on like our random normal clear? What if I bring a druid tonight just to kind of do it? I was going to bring my hunter to alt raid. I don't think we need heals on our alt raid. She's in a cage leading up to Lairdar, tends to get stuck in pathing. Oh, so you like let her out? Okay. I guess I'm just assuming. We're gonna dungeon difficulty mythic. Give this a try. I have 1,701 pets, and I don't know what the total is. But not that many more than that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep mount collecting for sure. I have more mounts to collect. This just seemed like a fun mount grind that I still need. I want shark bait. Ooh ha ha. Okay. Do I have a pet on this hunter? This character has not really got any gear. I never got her geared up last season, so. Good way to make gold right now. Without a whole lot of setup, raw gold's probably the fastest bet. I've been making my gold with alchemy, but that's because I've been set up with specialization points that I was working on from earlier in the expansion. Macy does thank you for the 22-month resub. Wearing the wig with the same hair color you had from BFA while farming Freehold makes so much sense to me. I had a mild insecurity that I was going to put on the wig and I was going to look at myself and be like, you're just pretending it's, 2000 and whatever year that was. I don't know. Because I had colored hair like this in like 2018, which is 5 years ago now. It's not like that I'm incredibly older than that, but I'm not 25 anymore. And I had a mild moment where I was like, wait, what if I just look like I'm grandmotherly in a pink wig? And I was like, well, then you look like a cool grandma in a pink wig. What are you trying to say? Nothing. Okay, so I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that because I have the gun. 2018 being 5 years ago is horrifying. 6 years ago now. Can't hold on to youth forever. Yeah. Unpasteurized free range gold, ideally. You want your gold to be able to, graze in open air. Stop with the numbers. Yeah, that is my main consolation, is that if I have to get older, then all of you guys have to do it with me. Is Twitch your main or is YouTube your main? I wouldn't say that either one is. I don't know how you would discern, like by what metric. Both vegan gold. Okay. Audible, thank you for the 38-month resub. Like this shirt. Thanks. I like it too. It's enormous. I feel like I'm still in bed. 54. Feel like I'm 30. Act like it as well. Never too old. I would count myself quite lucky to make it to any age past this one because it means that I get to spend more days on Earth enjoying birds and my doggy and unlimited possibilities. No luck on that mount that time though. We don't think about how much time we're spending mount farming. We just never add up that math. Never run the numbers. But I am going to actually port her out of the instance and then have her wait outside so that she doesn't get ported back to Valdrakken. Back with Pizza, how's the farming? We got the Earthen Spirit. We got the Dusty Spirit. I only need one more of those 4 elemental spirits from the Soul Inhaler now. It's wild. Started watching the stream when I was 17. 21 now. Time's a soup. I'm off work. 17, so young. 40 is the new 30. That's what people... I think 50 is the new 25. Soul Inhaler grind is for battle pets. There's one pet left that I need. It's the Gale Spirit from doing the Air Elementals with the Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler item. I'll show you again. 3 months from 30, I can't cope. You're going to be okay. You're going to be just fine. You like Inksy's transmog? She's Queen Inksy right now. She has to be Talon Queen Inksy because they won't let her just be queen. Okay. So, I have this Docile Aries Soul from the last time I did... Oh, excuse me. From the last time we captured a soul. It takes 15 minutes for them to become docile, which is what is needed for them to have a chance to drop the pet. So we're going to open that. We did not get it, so we need to get another one. And I suppose what I'm gonna do, if I can stop getting locked, is I want to fear. Oh, it's on cooldown. Because I want to use my soul inhaler, but I don't want to get kicked by a knockback. I guess I'm just gonna YOLO. Am I gonna make it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then I need to kill it within 30 seconds, which should be fine. She says, swallowing nervously. Yeah. No problem, no problem. So now we have a new encaged Ares soul. It's going to be angry with me for 15 minutes, so we're going to log off and just let that cool down. And then when we come back, it'll have another chance to drop a pet. But I have another character out here that has the same thing, so we're going to check on the evoker next. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Watching you since sophomore high school, graduating college. Time is crazy. Holy moly. Sometimes it's just a strange reality check to remember that not only are you living your life, everybody else is also simultaneously living their lives. Especially if you've been feeling a bit stuck, it can be kind of freaky to hear of other people, like, going through major life milestones and making progress, and you're just like, oh. Time. Alright, here we go. You can buy it on the auction house, yeah. You can also get an engineer to craft it for you. But the item is called the Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler, and I just bought mine on the AH for a couple thousand gold. You will also need empty soul cages to fuel it with, and those can be also bought in the auction house. They're crafted by jewel crafters. I'm gonna, well, first of all, open my soul. No Gale Spirit. Let's get another one. And then I want to change her transmog. I've had enough of this transmog. I want a different one. Even if it's just one of my old ones. Oh. Didn't quite get my bacon off. 1691 unique pets. 16 I can never get. They were promotions. At least we can hope that they continue bringing like old promo pets back as like Twitch Prime drops and I don't know, trading post items and stuff like that. Oh yeah, her transmog. That's right. Because she's wearing this. And it's a fine set, but I'm ready for her to wear something else. Not that one. Not that one. She was so cozy. Tuskar, that's the one I was wearing. Oh yeah, the primal robe, that was nice. I liked that a lot. I might go with that. What is that? That's pajamas. That's love is in the air. That was just because I got a cool helmet that I liked. That's Pyra's Elixir. This is lives in the woods with a friendly bear. That was kind of like a bronze dragon, like a time lord thing. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't want to wear it though. I don't like that set. I'm deleting it. I named it so creatively, calling it blue. Yeah, that one's boring too. Delete. You gotta clear up room. And that must have, at one point in its life, been something else. And then you've got the blood troll thing, and then you've got the racing transmog. We're going back to the primal robe, and I think I want to adjust the main hand. I think I can probably find a nicer matching dagger. Unless I just wanted to give her like a shovel or something. It's always time for T-Boos, right? I just don't want it to take away from the outfit too much. I'd almost rather give her a well, no, I can't give her a two-hander. She's got a main hand and an offhand. One-handed swords. One-handed maces, maybe. Like, something maybe like that. Ooh, or that one. Or a nice goblet. What about a nice goblet and then maybe... We've got hourglass, a little scepter. Goblet and the potion cylinder, I think, is nice. 500 gold! I'm never going to save up for anything at this rate. I like that the goblet sheathes on the hip, but it sheathes really high. Oh, that looks nice, though. Okay. Let's try one more Freehold attempt for the day. Don't worry, some of us have also hit massive brick walls. Would it ever freak you out if you had a viewer say their parent used to watch your channel, becoming a multi-generational content creator? I mean, I know some people do watch with their kids or with their parents. That's not that unusual. But if somebody was like I know some of you have like small children. Some people have had babies and they'll watch that way. And if those children become of an age to be like, hi Hazel, happy Saturday, that's great. I hope we make it to that point. It is going to give me a crisis though. We're going to... oh, who? Her? Yes. 4 rise runs, 2 mounts, none for me. 2 mounts and 4 runs. Miss Hazel. Madam. Headmistress. Oh yeah, so she's outside. That's good at least. Matter of time. You guys keep growing up and I'm still here. And my main is a Holy Priest now. I changed for season 3. I mained Prevoker for 2 seasons and then I went back to Holy Priest. Alrighty, let us pray for... Yeah, look. My parents used to watch you back in the day. Yeah, I've been... This will be my 11th year on YouTube. And then I started streaming. I streamed on a few different platforms, so my Twitchversary wouldn't be that old, but like... I started streaming not that long after I started doing videos. Was Nigel the lady in her 60s? Wasn't the BC era? One thing I appreciate about WoW is that it doesn't really have like an age. There's certainly demographics where the game is more popular. I feel like the game does very well amongst people that are, I mean, not to sound self-centered, but kind of like my age, right? Like people kind of like 30s to early 40s, I feel like is the very popular demographic for WoW. You get a lot of parent gamers here because of how, you know, people have kind of grown up with the game and how popular it was in like 07. Well, not that there aren't people older and younger, but I feel like that if you had to take a cross section, I don't know what the demographic is, but I would guess like 35 if I had to take a guess at it. Am I going the right way? Nope, sure I'm not. I got turned around. Twitch to YouTube, then back to Twitch. That is precisely what it was. I wasn't always Hazelnutty Games on Twitch. I was Hazelnutty 8 for a while because I thought the games was passé, and then I realized that the 8 wasn't for anything, and wasn't really making me look any cooler or more underground. My dad got me playing WoW back in Canada when I was a kid, and now I'm my guild's resident zoomer. Watching the WoD PvP. Yeah, I mean, I started in MOP, but that was a lifetime ago. Everything's changed. I'm Theseus's Hazel. What did you do to Hazel 97? Don't even want to ask about Hazel 91 through 6. I think I just like the number 8. I don't know why. I was born in 92, so I suppose 8 was how old I was during the turn of the millennium? Maybe that makes it lucky? I don't know. Just felt like a good number. Everybody's got to have a lucky number, right? You hear me pop up. Alright. Good luck to me! Nope, not that time. Alas. We shall pop this druid out into the world. And then I don't think it's been 15 minutes yet, so I think the wind spirits, if I have the self-control, I should save those and open them on stream tomorrow. Mine's 13. Born on a Friday the 13th. Well, that's cool. Adopted the global Swifty number of 13. It's my lucky number. Not very original. I had no idea. That's like a Swifty thing? I think that's neat. I think, wrapping up for today. I will be back tomorrow with another stream and probably more Soul Inhaler grind / Freehold. We only have one, at least our Soul Inhaler grind is very concentrated in one area because I only need the Gale Spirit left. So I am prepared to throw possibly more characters at it. I might get myself more Soul Inhalers because if I had like I don't know, 10 soul inhalers, and then they each had soul cages. It would be kind of a lot of gold to set it up, but then you could basically just like rotate through them and it would be 15 minutes by the time you made it back to the first one. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate the company, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.